I gotta get rid of that, bro. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I think that's everything. Alright, let's just jump into this now. Alright, so let's see here. Now, there's a video here from Warner Brothers. It's another cartoons. Now, this came out no more than 7 hours ago at the time of filming this or reacting to this. We're gonna see where this goes. So, I'm gonna show you guys in 2 seconds. So this cartoons is called. Let's see, it's called. Pig in a Wig. The video is 7 minutes long. No, I didn't know. You guys sent it to me. Alright, so it says here the video's called Pig in a Wig Cartoons. So we're gonna see what this is about. Let's see what it's about. Let's go. Where is this going? Where is this going?
What do you think of my new tattoo?
I like it. Would either of you like to donate to help protect the cockroaches in California? They're dying. Oh, I already donate once a month. Wow, thank you very much.
I can feel like this was made in 2015, 2016, oh rip, 2017. This is crazy. Okay.
Why'd you lie to him?
I didn't. My family.
We'll get to it, Soph. We'll get to the Nintendo thing. I got the video up and ready to go.
This restaurant chain.
Why do you always lie?
I don't lie.
Yeah.
So then you really like my tattoo?
Yes.
Because it was fake. I drew it on with marker.
Oh. Good. I thought you lost your mind.
Ha! See, you lied!
You tricked me.
Excuse me, are you using this chair?
Yes, we have one more coming.
No, he's lying! Take it! I'm sorry,
God,
Peter.
dude.
I'm breaking up with you.
Nancy, wait! Why?
Why? You always lie. When we started dating, you told me you shaved your head for a bet. 6 months later, you still have no hair. You didn't.
What's with all this animation? It's like, I don't know if anyone can see it. It's like a lot of animation in this little simplistic. Like, let's see that again. Watch this.
Nancy, wait! Why?
Why? You always lie. When we started dating, you told me you shaved your head for a bet. 6 months later, you still have no hair. You didn't shave it, you're just bald.
My hair grows very slowly.
Goodbye, Peter. If that's even your real name.
Breaking news! Last night, a meteor crashed in the parking lot of the Plaza Valley Shopping Center directly in front of Sal's Wig Shop. I'm here with the shop's owner. What can you tell us about this harrowing experience? It was very bad. But luckily, my store is okay, and my wigs are as beautiful as ever. So if you're tired of being bald and want a new head of hair, and maybe...
But then again, I can kind of get where she's coming from, because like, if someone's not being authentically genuine with you, you can never know if they're being genuine when it matters most. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the perfect time for him to say, "It's a verb." He's like, all he had to do is like, nah, I don't like it, it's stupid. Why would you tattoo your head? She will take that more. That's what she's looking for. But if you're just saying yes for the sake of yes, she can't take you serious.
No girlfriend? Then come down to Sal's Wigs where I will make you a new man. My friend, you have a very nice head. Let me find a wig that will match.
Yeah, I like it.
No, I can tell you are lying.
No, it's good. I like it.
No, I can always tell when a customer is dissatisfied.
What about that one?
Huh? Oh, yes, this one. It just came in today from Paris.
Looking good! Ice cream, sir?
My great-great-grandfather invented this stuff.
Oh, are you a model?
You better believe it, baby.
Oh, I get it. It's a Pinocchio thing. Is this the same bitch that was looking for the chair?
Are you a movie star?
Yes, I am.
Bro gives me...
Seriously? You're not gonna let us in?
Maybe we should try another place?
No, Janet, we're not giving up. Hey there, stud. Would you mind helping three lovely ladies?
Bro has John energy from Garfield. I don't know. Reminds me of John. I don't know why.
Ladies get into a pretentious and stuck-up club?
No problem. I go here all the time. Sir, would you mind letting me and my friend... Oh, you're letting us in. Thanks. Do you want to dance?
Oh, I'm not much of a dancer. Whoa!
I never thought this place would have video games.
I thought you said you come here all the time.
Better make some lasagna.
Places like this normally make me really uncomfortable. I'm an assistant forensic pathologist, so whenever I'm around this many people, they're usually dead.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who says... This is not a conversation. This is something else. Do you hear what she just said? Let's go back.
Do you want to dance?
Oh, I'm not much of a dancer.
Made up.
Whoa!
I never thought this place would have video games.
I thought you said you come here all the time. Places like this normally make me really uncomfortable. I'm an assistant forensic pathologist, so whenever I'm around this many people, they're usually dead.
Okay. Wow. That's really dark.
I also read, like, way too many murder mysteries. What do you do?
It does feel like an attack. Hey, what? Who says this?
Oh, I actually write murder mystery.
You know what? To make that more relatable, she could have said, "I'm not really used to crowds, so like when I'm in crowds, I don't really feel all that comfortable, but I'm trying for my friend." That sounds a lot more believable than saying you're some type of linguistics pathologist assistant. I'm like, bro, who the fuck says that? Like, you had that loaded in the chamber to say that. You wanted to say that to let you know of your occupation. Like, men give a fuck about that. Like, your occupation. Most men do not give a fuck about your education, much less your occupation. Like, they don't care. Even if you have 10 degrees, a man who don't have one or none will don't give a fuck.
Really?
Yeah, I have a couple of best-selling novels.
Seriously? Wow, your hair is huge.
I know, thanks.
No, I mean, it's huge!
Oh, must be that new shampoo I'm using.
That is definitely Benson. You're right. You're right, Sylv. That is Benson. That is Benson's voice. No shit.
Sorry, everyone. My hair doesn't usually do this. Must be all the steam in this place. Janet!
Peter! What's going on?
I'm not sure, but I think this happened to my uncle once.
What is this thing?
It's
does?
just my hair.
He actually does? Benson has a pet pig? I didn't know that. I probably missed an episode on that. Is that from the Lost Tapes? What the fuck? Yeah, she just killed people. What?
Janet! Hold on! Janet! No! Oh, what have I done? I never should have bought that stupid wig. That's right. This isn't my hair. I'm bald! My sweater is red. My sweater is green! I am a liar! Oh, I've told so many lies! I've never written a murder mystery in my life. I'm unemployed and I live at home with my mom. Once when I was little, I pooped in the tub and blamed it on my cousin. When I did
Wow. Wow, this is an attack on something. This feels like a 2015. This feels like it was made in 2015. 2016. Like, rhetoric-wise, I'm saying. I don't know. Like, this feels telling on something. Yeah, this is awful. Like, I feel like there's something going on here.
the juice cleanse with my friends, I cheated every day. My name isn't Peter. My name is Humperdinck. Janet! Janet!
Huh? Who are you?
It's me, Peter. I mean Humperdinck. I mean, I said my name was Peter, but it isn't. I lied. Wait.
Why are you keeping this thing?
It keeps me honest. Plus, it's kind of cute.
What are we watching?
You kids enjoy your movie! If you need anything, I'll just be up here reading my book!
Thanks, Mom. I told you I live with my mom, right?
Yes, you mentioned it a couple times.
Oh, hey, let's watch Planet of the Apes.
Oh, sure. I love that movie.
No, what's happening is a lot of inept adults are making shit for children when they're really just telling on themselves. Or they have a disdain of certain people, certain groups, or certain outcomes of like what's going on socially in the world. So they'll push their shit into the kid stuff to a degree. They won't outright say it, but they'll do it. Yeah, you can hear it. Like this is telling on something because like it's a lot of jaded individuals who end up. And I'm not saying the people who made this is jaded because this is probably was made a long time ago before it came out. Because making animation is not easy. I don't know how long it actually took to make this, but Jesus. Yeah, because regular show was made with what's his name? JG something is his name. The dude who made regular show, who is Mordecai. He seems he genuinely likes what he does because he said he was doing it back when he was in high school or uh in in college. So he had that frat boy like understanding, and I don't think, if I have to be honest, I don't think he's for any of those crazy organizations that's going on, like the whole like Middle East stuff type shit. I'm pretty sure he kind of avoids it, but he probably just goes with it because he don't want to have no problems. But most 9 times out of 10, I don't think he fucks with that shit. I don't think most celebrities and most people who are like of status gives a flying fuck about most of the things that's going on in like what's going on in the Middle East and what's going on currently. I think most of the time they're for those things, but they just don't want to say those things because it's going to cause their brand to get tarnished or so. This is why as soon as Kamala lost, is like you notice all the celebrities are fucking quiet. All of them are quiet. And then all the organizations, when Trump came into office, they all kind of just flipped the script really fast. There was forced censorship and being like extremely left wing. Now they're kind of like very open minded, or they're not quick to censor. Let's put it that way. Eh. I'm not gonna lie. This was the character designs were cute. So from a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it like a 4. The story, a 3. And then overall, I'll give it a good solid 3.5. Like how that looks like Taco. Who's Taco? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I know who that is, but it's not you know, it's not computing. But I'll give this episode from Warner 3.5. 3.5. It could have been better. The animation was weird because like they over animated in one scene that didn't need to be over animated, with the girl talking and the ex-girlfriend complaining about Peter not being honest. So like it's kind of weird. You know, I'm thinking like it's kind of weird on how they overly like animated that. Yeah, the gestures and movements was like too fluid for just that one scene, and everything else was kind of normal. Yeah. So, with that said, like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. Hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys learned something from it. I didn't learn a damn thing. It was fun. It was, it's cute, but it's nothing to scoff at. But it is what it is. Got it. Okay, so this is from Clownfish TV. And they're going to talk about, both Neon and his wife, Geeky Sparkles, about the loss the Nintendo has received. Nintendo has lost their lawsuit. I think we did a video on the lawsuit thing a couple of days ago. I can't remember because I'm so swamped with stuff. But we're going to see what is going to be said in this. Hopefully it'll be something funny or we learn something. So let's hear what Neon and Geeky Sparkles has to say. So let's go.
All right, that's it. Game over. It looks like Nintendo is probably going to lose their case against Pocket Pair over the Pal World situation.
Are we shocked, honestly? I mean,
no.
Everybody was like, this is ridiculous.
So, yeah, even if they win, even if they pursue it, they're looking at maybe a $30,000 payout because it's just crazy the lengths that Nintendo has gone to try to shut this. How much money did they spend? Oh, a lot more than that. A lot more than that. And that's the thing.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, I put on the wrong thing. I just realized. I just came to realize I put on the wrong section. I just realized. My bad. I made a mistake. Sorry. I'll have to edit that part out. Where's the thing? I heard this. Okay.
This whole thing was never about Nintendo actually having a chance to win against Pal World, against Pocket Pair. It was about trying to stall them out or run them out of money, and I don't think they expected, Sony kind of came in too into the Pal World situation, but Pal World's still chugging along, is still doing very well, and I guess one of the guys from BTS said it's like his favorite game, and he plays all the time now, so that's helped them.
Yeah, that would help them a lot, actually.
But I think Nintendo, more than the financial loss, I think they've taken a massive hit in the eyes of a lot of gamers. They've become the villains. And I think it's definitely going to affect them going forward. A lot of people were mad at Nintendo for different reasons, but their lawfare, their highly litigious nature in the past couple of years has been insane to watch. This is kind of their villain arc, and I think a lot of people are just not supporting them based on the principle of that. They're like, yeah, we're not going to support you. You're crazy when it comes to lawsuits. I'm not saying somebody doesn't have a right to defend their IP, but they've been going after everybody for everything, taking down YouTube channels that really were actually fan channels. That's not a good look. They've been hitting gamers on the digital side of things. People don't actually own their games now. People are having a lot of issues with Nintendo. So this is a bad look. It's a bad look. And you're not allowed to complain about it, because I know some of the subreddits out there that are pointing this out, that Nintendo's basically already lost. They're pulling the links down. The moderators are pulling the links down.
That's funny, but I'm not surprised.
You can't talk shit about Nintendo on Reddit. You're not allowed to. So good luck with that.
I'm afraid Nintendo's going to sue them next.
No, I think they're afraid of their peers, because these people, like, if you say anything negative about Nintendo at all, even if it's 100% truthful and you've got the figures and the facts to back it up, they just cannot cope on Reddit. They're
Well, it is what it is. I'm thinking, like, at one point you gotta kind of realize, like, I this is why I never really played a lot of Nintendo games. As time went by, not because of the lawsuits or anything like that, but I kind of didn't really see myself playing Nintendo games on stream, because it was that very reason. Like, back in, like, I think early 2014, I think it was between 2013 and 2016, Nintendo will, like, drop a ban hammer on you pretty much if you were streaming, I think, like, Smash or something. And if you wanted to stream their games, you had to pay them, I think, money or something to stream on YouTube or some bullshit. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, nah. I remember doing that. And I think Dashi was the only person, if I remember right, who actually did it. I think he did pay Nintendo to play their games on YouTube, I think. But I think that program went down the drain because no one took part of it, so I think they gave up on the idea of doing that. But I would suggest to anyone at the time not to do it, because they can always, like, once they made the first idea of doing that, that's where you kind of, like, said nah. Right? It benefited him, but like I think it benefited him at first, but like he started realizing probably this was dumb, and that's where he started playing more like scary games. Right? That's the craziest right? Right? Like, that was the craziest thing. So I want, like, don't get me wrong, I wanted to play Smash on stream at one point, because I love Smash. Smash is fun. I think everyone can enjoy Smash, even if you didn't take it seriously, like, on a competitive level. But, like, yeah, I didn't want to give Nintendo any more money than I had to just to stream their fuck-ass game. And I'm already struggling as that of a gaming YouTuber at the time. I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. And I think that's where Nintendo, that was the beginning of the end for Nintendo, when people started streaming games, when it got more popular because of, like, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and PewDiePie, and so on and so forth. And then the streaming thing came into fruition. People started moving more to Twitch more often, and That's when everyone started realizing you can make money playing video games at the time. And then that's where, yeah, that's my reason why I didn't jump in Nintendo. And even if Nintendo tomorrow said we'll pay you to play game, I don't trust Nintendo. I really don't trust Nintendo. Don't get me wrong, I like some of their games, but I don't trust them fuckers.
Well, yeah,
It's
that's
insane.
Reddit.
Like
summed up
on a business standpoint.
in one thing: they cannot cope.
So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to more.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV. If you've been missing Geeky, she's got a whole episode to herself here, ripping YouTube a new one. So maybe she'll have to do a Nintendo one. You'll have to do a Nintendo
Well,
one.
I don't know if I'll do a Nintendo one, but we'll see.
And also, if you want to listen to us, you can go out to Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. So thank you very much. And Geeky's back. I told people you were helping your family this week.
Yes.
So there are some problems there, but thankfully it looks like
Everything's fine now, so we're good.
Everything's fine. All right, so let's talk about this because you're not allowed to talk about it on Reddit. This is coming from IGN. Nintendo may only win $30,000 payout in Pokemon legal battle with Palworld developer Pocket Pair, IP expert says.
That is a headline.
That is a mouthful. Yeah, this litigation is no longer about anything serious in commercial terms. It never was. It was never. This was never about them winning. It was about them trying to bully a small publisher at the time, out of their game, basically.
Well,
and
they kept getting bit in the butt too. The fact that they kept trying to go back and patent things that they couldn't really patent, and it was being thrown out.
Yeah, and they've done some really sleazy things to try to shut them down.
Does not help you. BAM needs to take a lesson. Learn a lesson here that by doing sleazy things and suing everyone does nothing but destroy your brand further.
Yeah. Now, if you're legitimately protecting your IP, that's one thing. But this was basically, if Nintendo won this would have set a dangerous precedent that if Nintendo decided they wanted to make a certain kind of game or kind of genre of game, like if they said nobody else can create an action RPG because we made Zelda, nobody can do a platform game because we made Mario, that is setting a very dangerous precedent.
The funny thing about that precedent is imagine if say that Nintendo won the lawsuit. What's Nintendo's gonna do is oh shit, we actually won. Okay. Now to really exercise our power. That's what's gonna happen. Right? They're gonna be let's exercise this bitch. Right? And then what happens is they start hitting everyone and anyone with any forms of cease and desist nonsense. And I mean everyone and anyone. Right? And then what's gonna happen if they end up being the one with most of the games where you can't do most of anything, people are not gonna buy their shit out of spite. So they're gonna it in turn has the Streisand's effect. So that's the funniest part. As soon as they do that and win and they start doing it to everyone, no one's gonna buy their fuck ass game. That was only the fraction of our power, right? Right? So it's they was fucked anyway. So even if they won, they was fucked. Yeah, they'll absolutely every indie look what happened to don't stop killing games, right? And I'm saying if that were to happen, and already people see Nintendo as evil, that almost close to EA, right? They're gonna turn and be you know what? I ain't gonna buy your stupid game. My cursed technique, Monopoly. Nice one. But it's that. Hey, Sky, it's that. So it in my head they were screwed anyway. So even if they won, they were screwed. If they lose, they still screwed. So there was no winning in this. They should never have taken this fight to a degree, knowing that their whole reputation is already in the shit. So it was already out the window from that point on. So it was already over. So it was fucked. I'm pretty sure they knew this, but they just went with it anyway. Because if they're going to go villain, if I'm going to go halfway, it's better enough go halfway villain than go all the way villain, I guess. It is what it is. So that's the gif of that. Wait, what the hell? What happened to
What makes a straight
What the fuck happened? Did I press a button? My bad.
So this was like nobody else can do a monster capture fighting game because we did Pokemon, even though those game mechanics, a lot of them were around before Pokemon. They just kind of took a lot of that stuff and threw it into Pokemon. If you want to get technical with the monster designs too, they lifted a lot of that stuff from Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest, thank you. Dragon Quest is actually the original Pokemon. A lot of people don't want to know this, but Dragon Quest did it first before Pokemon and Digimon. If anyone's the true Pokemon here, it is Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest did it first. A lot of people don't know this. Akira Toriyama got there before y'all.
So, I'm just saying. But it's Nintendo. And they used to be the underdog. Remember when they were getting bullied by Universal?
Yeah, for Donkey Kong, yeah.
And now they've got their stuff in the Universal theme parks. It makes no damn sense. But apparently Universal's like, yeah, we don't care much.
You become what you hate. You end up becoming the thing you hate most. You hate racists, you end up being the racist.
So yeah, it said Nintendo may only receive
the
a 30...
irony in that. You'd be surprised. A lot of people who are said they're against racism and they're very advocate against racism, you find out they're more racist than the person that they're against.
$1,000 payout if it wins its high-profile legal battle with Pal World developer Pocket Pair, an IP expert says. It's looking increasingly likely that Nintendo will lose. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are currently embroiled in ongoing litigation with Pocket Pair in Japan, with patents that revolve around how Pokemon games work at the heart of the lawsuit.
So if Pal World wins, is it $30,000 for them, or is it a lot more money?
I don't know. I would actually countersue for damage. I'd be like, you tied us up. You made us change our game for this bullshit and the stress and the lawyers and the whole thing. I'd be like, Nintendo... At this point, I'd be like, we are coming for you. We were gonna leave you alone. Some companies, some people, you try to be like, well, we're gonna agree to disagree. We're gonna leave you alone, but they keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. I'd be like, you know what? We're gonna get together with Sony and we're gonna countersue you, and we're gonna be like, you tried to keep us out of the game. Well,
here's the thing too, though. Nintendo, they thought that they could just do whatever because of Nintendo, and. Yeah. Any independent game, I think they have to Nintendo has to lose anyway, even if they have valid grounds, which I don't think they do in this one, because like you said, the precedent, any independent game company of any kind, if it's something related to Nintendo, they could go after them because they won this one. But when it came to this game specifically, I know I was talking to our son about it, and he said Power was everything that the Pokemon players wanted, and Nintendo knew, and they just rested on their laurels. So I'm going to say other independent games could show up offering people what they want, while Nintendo's just resting on its laurels and doing whatever is inexpensive for them, and then they could constantly sue everybody else for doing better than they did. And so I'm hoping this, if they lose, it sets a precedent that they aren't going to be able to do that, like you said.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, if they won this one, every other game out there, they'd be like, oh, we made a game like that, so you can't do this. We made, Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah, no more Sonic the Hedgehog. It's too much like Mario.
And it would be easy to beat Nintendo because Nintendo has lately been, they haven't been doing really a lot of new exciting things. It's just basically re-releases of things they've done or, teasing things that are to come eventually. But this game was everything that people wanted and have been asking for and asking for and asking for. So any other studio comes up with another game that has everything people have been wanting and asking for, Nintendo just keeps, doing the easy way, cheap way out. They could just go after them. And their best thing they could have done probably would be to see if they could buy out Pal World or, Pocket Pair and then, roll that, bring those people in and help them with their stuff. But they didn't. Instead, they spent probably more money than would have cost them on this idiocy.
Well, that's just it. And they said, they point out in IGN, and they're 100% correct. There are other monster capture games, indie monster capture games that have been left alone. What got Nintendo's attention was...
Actually, you got it wrong. It should be domain expansion, cease and desist. That should be the expansion.
How successful Power World was.
That's just it. Because Power World was what people wanted.
Yeah.
And now their new game's going to be like Pal World. Is Pal World going to sue them for stealing the ideas and the open world concepts to put in their new game?
Imagine! Bro, imagine! 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 He just says full counter! Bro, how crazy it would be to get sued by the people who thought you was infringing upon their shit. Found out that not only you didn't, you didn't have to lose anything, and then when they do what you're doing, You turn around and go use your reverse curse technique, and then give him the purple. Like, nah, bitch, it's my turn now, and they win. Yo, how crazy would that be? Oh my god, the L would be legendary. Shit, I hope Pegasus does a legendary series on that. Just Power World, just doing. Oh my god, that would be beautiful. I will love every second of that. You believe you was running circles, right? Just like the rabbit in the hare.
They should.
I mean,
if we're
I don't
gonna
think
go
they
there,
should. I'm just saying.
If we're gonna be petty ass bitches,
it's more waste of time and money. There's no point.
But it was all about keeping this game, off the market, and then I think really what whacked the beehive was the fact that they teamed up with Sony and they formed Power World Entertainment. So that
the Sony tie-in I think really pissed them off.
Yeah, so that's their direct competitor. They're going to do Power World Entertainment, and then they're going to do the same things that Pokemon has done. We're going to do anime, we're going to do cards, we're going to do plushies, we're going to do all that stuff, theme parks, all that stuff. Everything you're doing, Nintendo, we're going to do it with Power World. But yeah, they made themselves look really bad in this. They said that here's where it's at right now. So there are a whole bunch of different, we've covered it pretty extensively here. Like they retroactively tried to, file trademarks for things. It was so stupid. And a lot of the stuff got thrown out here in the US. But they said writing on Games Fray, IP expert.
I don't know. I don't know how you can make a movie about Power World. In a weird way, that'll be like the Monster Hunter movie to a degree. It could be. Yeah, but that's the problem. That's the issue. That's the issue. These cute looking critters. Like it's like, okay, Power World is kind of like a sleeper FNAF. Yeah, like Power World is a sleeper FNAF. Yeah, Power World is like a sleeper SNAF. Five Nights at Freddy's, if you think of it in that sense, because remember, most adults who don't play video games or a lot of parents who don't care are not paying attention to their kids will pick up this game and hear Power World, and you think, oh, okay, it looks cute, it has little critters and shit. And then most of them don't play game or don't have time, so they'll just get their kid the game, whether through Steam or whatever the fuck, right? Knowing in the game that you can enslave humans, animals, I don't know if you can eat the humans, but you can eat the animals and all that stuff, right? Now, for most, so like for most kids who are gonna play it, it's just like FNAF. Now, if the lore of FNAF is a horrendous, like, story like lore in general. If any parent was to hear the lore of FNAF and know the lore, like literally like a concerned parent, like a helicopter parent, they will be fucking pissing themselves, right? But because they see cute critter, cute plushie, cute this, and hear Five Nights at Freddy's, you don't really think of anything, right? That's why a lot of people got upset when they went to go take their kids to see the Five Nights 1 and 2 movie and realized, what the fuck is this shit? This is not for kids. And they got mad at the people who made the movie when they're the ones who bought the stupid shit for their kid in the first place to go see the FNAF movie. They bought the plushies, they even bought the games, they bought everything. Like my little brother has like 7 different like plushies or some shit on them bitches. Right? Like he knows the lore, he knows everything about it. Everything. So that's why I kind of look at Power World as like a sleeper cell of that of FNAF game for kids. It's a sleeper game. It's I'm sorry, I had to do it. Like it's like it's appearing to be innocent, but it's horrendous under the surface. This is why a lot of parents don't take the time to look at what their kids is playing, because if they did this, we wouldn't have to give our ID to the stupid ass government that we're with. If just most parents were just involved in their kids' lives, then all of these kids won't be like in the positions they're in. And then I think Power World is multiplayer. I think you can go in other people's worlds. I'm not totally sure. I haven't played the game or so, but you know. Music notes.
Florian Mueller said that late last year, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company amended the scope of their claims, so the case was limited to older versions of Power World,
as opposed to worse, because now the game is a lot of kids are gonna play it because it's gonna be trending now. It's gonna be popularized even more than Pokemon, because the whole point of Power World is to step on the face of like, if you think of it, Power World is DreamWorks. Like, Power World is DreamWorks, and Pokemon is pretty much Disney at this point, right? So they're stepping on the face of that of Pokemon. So it is what it is. So
all Power World versions. Yeah, they've actually made some changes to Power World to differentiate it more from Pokemon.
Yeah, because they were worried that they get in trouble, or because Nintendo complained. Yes.
Yeah, and some of the changes were dumb. I admit, some of the changes were really dumb.
Yeah, but they were kind of forced to do it.
Yeah, they said the belief here is they did so because of the changes Pocket Pair made to the way Power World worked in response to the lawsuit, as outlined above. Okay, the upshot, Mueller said, is we cannot see any pathway to victory over any current or very recent Power World version, nor Power World 1.0, which should launch soon. Yeah, this isn't even the final version of Power World. It's basically been in open beta for the last 2 years. There's no injunction with real world impact. Even if Nintendo wins the case against the older versions of Power World, the most it could get in terms of a payout is 5 million yen, or approximately $30,000. That's chump change for either party, and just a rounding error compared to Nintendo's litigation expenses.
I was going to say the expenses for both sides. And if Nintendo loses, do they have to pay the Pocket Pair's legal expenses, or is that I don't know. Corporate?
This is Japanese court, so I don't know how it works over there, because here in the U.S., usually, like, if you file a frivolous case and you lose it, a lot of times the judge will force you to pay the legal expenses. Like, you put these people through this shit.
Notorious for it. Like, stall them out in court, and that's what they're trying to do, is stall them out in court.
Yep, they said there was only a short window with limited sales volume in Japan only for which Nintendo can seek damages. So they're not... Apparently they had to, because it is, again, a Japanese case, so they had to prove the damages were extensive in Japan, and it was a very limited window because almost immediately they made a lot of changes to the game to, again, whatever the initial complaints were. I think it was the PAL spheres and because they look like Pokeballs, and they changed all that stuff. Yeah, they said Nintendo brought divisional patent applications only after Power World's launch in January 2024, and Pocket Pair made changes to the way the game works that November. So, yeah, again, this was them trying to go back and be like, oh, we're going to file a patent or a trademark for this mechanic.
How did he even open? It was their dimension of super strong. Oh.
That you guys put in the game too, so you can't. And it's like, yeah, they can't be allowed to win because
it's gonna set too much of a precedent to her, and I think they know that. Like, I mean, in the courts, because it's gonna be nothing but a big shit show at that point, because Nintendo's just gonna go after everyone who ever wronged them ever, or they think they did.
What's gonna happen if Nintendo won? People are going to hate them. If Nintendo lost, people are going to laugh at them, which is happening right now. So, and people still hate them even while laughing at them. So that's just the sad part of being unpopular in most cases. Now, I understand where Nintendo was going with this to a degree, but because your reputation was so tarnished to the shit, it's kind of hard to defend you to a degree. Even though you're probably like on your P's and Q's of doing that, but like, Jesus.
Or took any inspiration from them. Ignoring the fact that they took inspiration from other things. Yeah. And that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They said, even if we assume for the sake of argument that there was some infringement in 2024, it was a short period, the sales volume was limited, and Nintendo cannot recover damages on worldwide sales in Japan. A Japanese patent is only valid in Japan, like a U.S. patent is only valid in the U.S. So Yeah, if they tried to say, "Oh, you cost us, hundreds of millions of dollars in lost sales because everybody went out and bought Power World instead of buying a Pokemon," and I'm like, no, because Pokemon is the biggest IP in the world now, I think. And you'd be hard pressed to prove that there's any damage at all. Like Pokemon cards, especially, are doing better now than they have in decades. And for you to say,
they're having fights. People are scalping and fighting each other and everything else.
oh yeah, I'd be like, show us the IP damage, show us the lost sales, because you guys are doing better than you've ever done. Show us where we hurt you in any way. And also, the Pokemon fandom is very anti-Power World. They're very vocal about it. Be like, no, actually, your fans are crazy ass bitches that were trying to get us to, like, they're going through trying to find everything that they could possibly stolen from Nintendo to defend your honor. Those people are not going to buy Power World. They're not going to play it. So
also,
it's
Nintendo's not going to give you a cookie either, people.
No, Nintendo. I don't think people understand. It's like Disney. It's like, oh yeah, it's this cute facade, but if you did anything, if you stepped out of line with this company at all, even if you were huge fans, ask the Pokemon card shop how that went. Oh, you guys got robbed? That's too bad. Change your name.
Yep.
That's what they think of. Oh, you love our games, but you loved our games so much that you started a YouTube fan channel. Oh, cool. We're gonna copyright strike that.
Yep. They don't care.
Yep.
They don't care about you.
Yep, they don't give a flying fuck. They don't care.
Yep. So there we go. We'll keep you guys posted, but it's not looking good. And this is all about just stalling for time and trying to deter them, to slow them down to get to market. They knew they weren't going to win, but they could not let Sony have a Pokemon of their own with Power World, right? So we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now Sony does. Now Xbox got jump on that shit. Yeah, change your name or change your ways. So that was the whole Power World debacle situation. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. You guys enjoyed or liked the reaction in this. I don't know if I'm gonna do a lot of editing in this, but like more like yapping or anything. But with that said, like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I appreciate it. That's why you'll see you guys in the next one. Laters. Okay. All right. All right, so let's see.
The Looks Max
Oh, yes, we got my boy Pi Matt
Community
7. Now, we have a video by a boy here, Matt. And it says here, TikTok Looks Maxer caught talking to minors. Jaron, Jaron, that's his name. This was 3 hours ago at the time it was being recorded, so we'll see. So we're gonna see what he's saying, see what's this about, and take it to the next level. Alright, so let's jump into it.
is hitting all-time lows. Hollow locked up in the county. Clavicular almost died on a live stream. And now this guy. Jerion Davidson is not only a looks maxer that destroyed his face, but is now allegedly a predator.
It honestly depends, bro. Some year-olds actually look like 8-year-olds.
Yo, what?
Oh, bro, I don't like where this is going.
What's going on, guys? PieMat 7.
I don't like where this is going, chat.
Here, we're back at it talking about the greatest looks maxer of all time, Jerion Davidson. If you guys don't know who Jerion is, I talked about him a few months ago, in which he purposely destroyed his own face trying to.
He looks like an old teacher, female teacher I used to know. He looks like a teacher. Like an old 50-something-year-old teacher. 50-year-old something woman. He looks like a woman. Not an attractive one, but like an old teacher. Back when I was growing up. Most teachers look like this. Why he look like a village? Meow. 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 I think you mean Minecraft, right?
Who looks smacked. He was uploading all type of cringy videos, calling women feminoids, going in public and embarrassing himself. And after I made that video,
feminoids, that's what we call in feminists nowadays. Huh.
On him, his content kind of chilled out, all right? He started live streaming a lot. He moved into a house with a bunch of looks maxers. He started his Discord. He was selling his courses. But over the last 2 weeks, he has been hit with back-to-back allegations of him talking to a 14-year-old girl. Now, this isn't the first time Jerion has ever been caught talking to an underage girl at the age of 19. If you guys remember, in my video, he went up to this random girl in the mall, asked her age. She said that she was 16, and he said that he was 19, still trying to pursue it.
What are you?
Keep going, bro.
16. When you turn 17?
Just like
Not till next year. You don't have my Instagram? No?
Bro, you know, you could probably get away with this. I'm not saying it's good, but you could have got away with this if you didn't record your punk ass. Once she said 16, you should have just turned off that bitch. Or at least walked away. Like, shit. Like, it's not a big gap between, well, it's like 3-year gap, but then again, you're still, like, literally an adult. So from that point on, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. I understand. You're like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Hear me out. When you're in the ages of like 18, 19, you're still thinking as if you're 17, 16. Right? You know what I'm saying? Feminoid, what the fuck? We got Android. Yeah, feminoid. Like, that sounds stupid. Sounds crazy. But like, this is why I don't look at 18 and 19-year-olds as adults. I don't see them as adults. I see them as you're just literally starting your journey as a Pokemon trainer, if you get what I'm saying. You're literally about to leave the door type shit, as like I'm saying, as not a kid anymore. So when you tell me you're 18, I'm grown, I can do whatever I want, I know you're a fucking child. I know for a fact. Like, you are legally adult, but you're still thinking like you're still in high school, and that's the problem right there. This is why I said I think the age of 21 should be the ultimate age to unlock everything. Because one, you're at the 21 stage, so when you're 20, you're not hearing child, right? You're not hearing kid, but when you hear teen, 19, 18, even though they're age appropriate, legalized wise most cases, yeah, you still think you're a naive kid, right? So this is why I think 21 should be the ultimate age to unlock the will to drive, vote, drink, and go into clubs and parties and stuff. Like, I don't understand why bring someone who's 18, 19 into a club and then have that club have alcohol where they can't drink it. Don't have them there in general, because like people try to get in there with their 21-year-old friend or older, and they're like 19, 18, and they're trying to sneak in, not sneak in, but try to get a drink or so. Nah, bro. Just don't have them there in general. They have to be 21. Shit, I think 22 should be the actual number. But anyway, 21. Shit, I think 23 actually. Like 23. But 21. At minimum, I think you should unlock everything being an adult at 21. No 19, no 18, no 20 either. Shit. Because too many 20-something-year-olds who are very young still think they're in high school. Especially if they're in college. So.
Okay, nice seeing you.
My brother and Altman, once you start to reach the age of 20, you can't be talking to high schoolers.
Right? That's what I'm saying! Oh my god! Thank you! Have not seen this. I just stated this at the beginning of this video. This was posted 3 hours ago. We just started watching this 3 hours ago, and we were streaming at the time. So, we was doing the artwork like 6 hours ago. 21 should be the ultimate age. I'm telling you.
There's no more, right? Lock in.
And last week, the bombshell dropped in his own Discord with all the messages of him and this 14-year-old girl talking to each other. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, chat.
Wait, did she leak it? Did she leak it?
This shit is cooked. So the first messages we see are from January 4th of this year. He says, "Are you free for a call? I'll tell you later, but I have school tomorrow." Come on, man. Come on, man.
Bro, right there and then. Right there and then, when she said, "I have school tomorrow," nah, bro. Nah. We good, big dude. We good. We out.
Man, what are we doing? Got it. No worries. We can talk another time when it works for you. How old are you, Jerion? Recently turned 18. What about you? This is where you first fucked up, all right?
Right. Right. I was like, fuck that. I'm out. Fuck! I would clap my head. Bye. Like, listen, she could be saying school as in college, right? But then again, a lot of 16-year-olds can take college classes these days. It is what it is. Then again, she could be of age, but she says school. That right there, instantly, you should have asked, wait, are you in college or high school? If they said high school, end it. End it. Because, you know, people say school, or they'll say classes tomorrow. But I think most people who are in college say, I got classes tomorrow. Don't even say, like, they don't say the word school. They say classes. Like, I got a class tomorrow type shit. Because it's like a weird, I don't know if anyone knows that, but when anyone's in college, when they say, I got classes tomorrow, you don't hear high school. You hear, like, college, or you gotta go there at a certain time type shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you say school, that's already suspicious. In college.
I uploaded my video in February watching his live streams when he was flirting with that girl in public.
He stated that he was 19 years old, so off rip, we already lying.
19.
She says, oh, you're a senior? I'm 15. I graduated early this year, luckily. How? You look much older. Extra credit.
Lock his ass up.
Why?
Oh my god. Dude, you're not... Dude. This is the problem when people become famous. Right? They honestly do not think it can happen to them. Right? They do not think they can get, like, Saikuno'd to a degree. Right? Like, as a man, you should have that, like, in the back of your head, like, this can always happen at any moment. Might as well not even go near it, much less even try to play that game. Just don't. Because remember, more people will believe that you're a predator than you are a good person. So might as well not even try this game. Do not.
Are you saying this to a 15-year-old girl? Then she goes on to tell him that she's really not 15. She says, oh, you don't mind, right? Well, I'm almost 15 in a month. Now this guy...
Bro! No, I'm almost... Bro, you are not an adult. Bro, listen. Bro, I'm 31. If you're not at least 27, 28, 29, we ain't talking, bitch. Probably the lowest 26. And that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't even like it when they're like 2 years younger. Like, I like it when they're actually a year away. Year and a couple of months. There's no question in that one. But when they're going down like 2-3 years down that line, I get that. That's a nervous wreck for me. Shit. And if they're older, they have to be a couple of months. Not a year from now, like a couple of months type shit. Couple of months. Because you start being seen like the little brother type shit, even if you're like bigger than she is.
Gotta be the worst part about this whole interaction. He says, yeah, I don't care, but we can't do anything until you turn 15.
Bro, what? Bro! Fa, chat. We got him. We got him. We got him. We got him, chat. We got him. Execution. We got him, chat. Holy moly, bro. What is this?
I beg your pardon?
Jerion, what?
I beg your pardon. Yo, the doctor, as much as I do not like Dr. Umar Johnson, that is one, he is a funny meme. As much as I do not like Dr. Umar Johnson, he is a funny meme. He is funny as fuck?
The actual fuck are you doing? She just told you that she not 15, she 14. You gonna double down and still have a conversation with this girl stating that we can't do anything freaky until you hit the age of 15? What? He tries to call her. She doesn't pick up the phone. She says, "Are you okay?" He says, "Yeah, I'm just a little stressed from today. I'm sort of losing hope in everything. I think it'd be better if I didn't exist." Don't say that. I'm sorry. It wasn't fair of me to get so emotional. She proceeds to...
You know what this is? This is emotional manipulation tactics. He's not stupid. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. What is the one way to get to a woman's heart? Or at least try to get them to, is there emotional aspects? There's sympathetic, there's the sympathy.
Send an audio message, we can't hear it, and he responds saying, "I'm not a baker, but I'll stay up with you to make cream pie." Send voice messages, "You sound so cute and adorable." Prison, my nigga, what are we talking about? Alcatraz Island, Mob of the Dead, Haran, the Ishimura. What are you talking about, Jerion?
This is a 14-year-old girl you're sending these explicit messages to on the internet.
That ain't it.
Now, at first chat, I gave Jerion a little bit of grace. I said, hold on a second. These messages might be fake. He proceeds to send a message to one of his Discord mods talking about the entire situation, with the mod even uploading real-life evidence of him having a conversation with his actual Discord account. He says, "I'm cooked for real. My career is over. Hollow situation was way worse. He watched CP. All I did was text. Plus, I didn't even believe she was fully real.
What?
I'ma leave it. I got nothing to hide." Yo, come on.
What? Bro. Yeah, they know, like, these looks masters, these people know how to use psychology. They're not stupid. Most of them know how to love bomb. They know how to do the come and go type shit, hot, cold and hot type shit. The I want to like end myself type shit, but I really don't want to. Really, I'm just saying this so you can feel some type of sympathy for me type shit. Like, remember that one video we did of the girl who said she met a dude on Overwatch? She found a dude on Overwatch, as she claims, and she said she fell in love with him, but she only fell in love with the picture. But every time he sent a picture, the picture was of him showing up, of his face being covered with the phone perfectly. You can't see his face, but you can see his body, because I think they was using AI at the time. Remember that? And he will love bomb her. 1 minute he'll give her a bunch of like attention, and then 1 minute he hot and cold. He ain't there. He gone for like days. He ain't talking for days, or in case it be, he comes back, say something, but he want to end himself. Blah blah blah. This on the third. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? it's a manipulation tactic to keep them in where you want them to be. Right? Love bombing's insane, I tell you.
Come on, man. What the fuck are we doing? I thought 15 was the statutory legal age, to be honest. That's why I blocked her instantly after. No, you didn't.
No, you did not. God, yo, when they lie, they're not even convincing on the lie. They just say anything that sounds good in their head and then just blur it out, and it sounds even more backward ass than it was before. What the fuck is this shit?
After she told you that she wasn't even 15, you proceeded to phone call her and send her a message talking about pies. You're tweaking. So I really can't get arrested for it. I hope not. Nope, we've only texted for a week. I got a huge cortisol spike, but honestly, it's motivation to keep me grinding for real. Is this nigga serious? So let me get this straight. You were caught talking to a 15-year-old girl, and the only thing you thinking about is your cortisol levels going higher and getting motivation from that?
The question for me is, how did she leak this? She must have leaked this. This is the only reason. Because you know, like how those people be like, oh, they made a home pee movie, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they made like spicy movie with their significant other, and somehow, some way, the film will somehow get in the hands of somebody else. Remember, it's between you two. You two made the spicy content with each other. You didn't upload it on the internet, but somehow it got onto the internet. Someone.
Wrong with him. Dude, these looks maxing This ain't real, y'all. I'm telling you, these are not real human beings. People think I talk to minors. I don't have too many bitches on my roster. At the most, I'll get an ankle monitor. No, you go into prison. Did they call the feds? Somebody already made a police report. I'm sure I'll get the cops at my doorstep tomorrow. This could either be the beginning of my career or the end. Bro, the fact that you not even taking this shit seriously.
The fact that you think you could benefit from this shit is crazy. Like, fuck that your career's over. The fact that you think there's a potential of this becoming more than what it is, to be beneficial and positive for you, is fucking delusional. It's schizophrenic at its highest. Or at its most minimal. I'm saying, like, come on, dude. Are you serious? Are we serious right now? He really just said this could be the start of my career or ending it. I'm like, bro, where does it not end? Like, what? Oh my god, dude. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what am I doing wrong as a content creator? This dude over here just trying to be a PC. Yeah, MF pulled game so bad he went for the lower levels on purpose, right? And he said he don't get bitches. Then why? Bro, if you're not getting bitches as a looks maxer, what the fuck are you doing? If bro's selling you a course, listen to this. Bro's selling you a course about looks maxing to look better, right? To attract women. That's literally the gif of this, right? And he says, I don't get a lot of bitches. What are you buying his course for? Let that sink in for a second. Their cursing energy is minuscule. Like, let that sink in for like a split second. He's selling you a course to attract women. He fucked up his face for no apparent reason, right? And bro looks like an old teacher. He's an old 50 or 60 something old teacher I used to know. No, you can't take criticism.
Serious is insane. Yeah, I'll get a slap on the wrist at most. Just worried about the people doxing me already. Come to find out, chat, Jerryon doxed himself on his Instagram. He deleted his story, but I saw it the day it came out. He uploaded a picture of where he lives because somebody DM'd him his mom's house, and he said, yeah, this is where I stay. Come and try to do something to me. Dumbass. After you start getting partnerships, people might try to bring it back up. What? Yeah, but then again, look at him his mom's house, and he said, yeah, this is where I stay. Come and try to do something to me. Dumbass.
Oh my god, you're a dumbass.
After you start getting partnerships, people might try to bring it back up. Yeah, but then again, look at Donald Trump. He's a felon and a president.
Oh my god, dude, that's not the same. That is not the same. Donald Trump has been a celebrity for like more than 30 plus years. Before he was a fucking president, before any of the shit that came out about him, he was already a known president. He was in the fucking what do you call it? Home Alone movie. He was in many movies. He was in many products. He sold products and shit. He was in real estate. The man has a fucking... Like, come on, dude. Let's not play this game. You're just a dude selling a course with a fucked up face. Like, you can't compare yourself to the president. Like, even if he has some type of, like, dark history to a degree, he already had, like, a bunch of shit. He was a billionaire, bro. Like, you can't... It's not the same. It is not the fucking same. Let's call it... And let's just put something in perspective. Trump was already like famous before the internet was the fucking internet. Most cases, most celebrities was seen as gods in like 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s because remember, there's no internet to expose them. There's no person trying to expose them. None of that existed. Either you was famous or you fucking wasn't. And if you had a little bit of minuscule fame, like a e-celebrity status, the most minimum e-celebrity status, like if you was known by 100,000 people in like 70s or 80s, you're a celebrity. Not millions. Shit, if you was known by like 50,000, you're a celebrity. Right? Like if 50,000 people knew who you was in your hometown, which was probably more than 50,000 people in your hometown back in like 70s and 80s, You was a celebrity. Like, off rip, I'm not even kidding. You was a celebrity. Shit, if you was a fucking football player in your local high school and you was like the top guy, you are fucking a celebrity in those times, right? He was famous before the internet was the internet. So it was already out the window. You cannot compare yourself to someone like Donald Trump like that. And this is not dick riding or any of that shit y'all gonna be hearing this. This is literally just a fact. I knew about Donald Trump when I was a kid. I was fucking like 4 or 5. And I was watching Home Alone. Home Alone 1 and 2. So like, well, he was not in 1, he was in 2. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, what the fuck? These people are dumb. This is what happens when you're dumb. And you don't do research, and you don't have self-awareness. He has 33 felonies.
3 felonies. You're not Donald Trump, nigga.
Thank you.
I'm not proud of it, but I'll die.
You're not fucking Donald Trump. You're not Bill Gates. You're not Steve Jobs. Rest in peace for him. And you're not Steve Wozniak. You're not even fucking Epstein. And he's like, the dude who looks like Epstein is being invited to parties. It's crazy. We live in a very crazy world where a person who looks like a prolific pedophile is being invited to parties. Like, we live in a very weird time, dude. Think about it. What's his name? Summerhome Pete or some shit his name is? His name is Sunshine Pete. He looks like Epstein. And he's being invited to parties and shit. How do you get invited to parties when you look like a prolific pedophile? That's crazy. We live in a fuck ass world. We are going to hell. We're swan diving to hell. Straight up. You can't tell me. We are swan diving into hell. This makes no sense. Like, don't get me wrong. Sunshine Pete, if that's his name is, shouldn't be, harassed because he looks like a supervillain. That's not his fault. But the fact that people are inviting him to parties because he looks like a villain is fucking crazy to me. Now, well, again, they shouldn't disrespect him or be mean to him. It's not his fault that he looks like someone that we think he looks like. It's not his fault. That he should be extremely innocent. He should not get no backlash for that. But to invite him because of that says a lot about us as a society than him. That is not his fault. If anything, I'm kind of surprised dude is not trying to, like, avoid anything. Now he's on podcasts and shit. Like, what? No, notice, dude's only famous because some dude saw him on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? This is being a celebrity for no reason type shit. This is some Kim Kardashian ass shit. Well, she had to fuck somebody. She had to fuck a celebrity just to get where she was, I guess. Whatever. But, like, it is what it is. That's crazy. That is so sad.
Die before feeling guilty. I ain't never seen somebody so blatantly oblivious to the situation that they put themselves in. You are out here talking about you not gonna feel guilty. You talking about your cortisol levels are spiking. You talking about getting motivation. My brother in Altman, you were caught talking to a 14-year-old girl in high school, a freshman in high school, all right? What the hell is going on here? And as you can see in the video, man, this is his actual account. This is his real Discord account, man. It adds up. And not only that, my man's got caught lying again. Remember when he said that he was freshly turned 18? Somebody else leaked on his Instagram DMing him in which he was telling his mod to ban everybody in the Discord that was talking about this whole situation. And at the bottom of the messages, it says, "It's better to admit it. I was early 19 when I sent those. So you were lying. I can't get arrested for anything, I don't think. Nothing will ever happen between us. Jeez, Lord, let's talk to Drift."
The problem with this is I don't think he can get in trouble per se because he hasn't done anything physical, but the fact that what he's doing in the sense of him having some type of inappropriate relationship with a minor can still get him charged, but I don't think it's enough to put him on the list. I'm not sure. But then again, instead of doing shit like this, how about just stop doing it? Or it's probably stop talking. You should sit low for like a year or two, maybe. Or at least get some type of law and help and talk to a lawyer about this, because he got money, right? He should at least talk to a lawyer, and then when the lawyer gives her information, he'll stop what he's doing from this point on. But no, he's just going based on what he thinks, and that's where the problem's coming from, because he's going based on how he feels, what he thinks, and what may or may not happen in his head, right? And this is why a lot of people don't know law, because what they should do is ask a professional. Ask a professional. He got money. He's living with other dudes who are doing the same thing he's doing, as he claims, which is funny. But, like, it is what it is. The money song? What's the money song? I gotta look that up.
Driftle about it. I'm assuming Driftle is somebody else in the Discord, but my brother in Altman, you just got caught lying again. Now, after these Discord messages got leaked out, for some reason, Jerion Davidson thought it was a good idea to start a GoFundMe.
You cannot make this shit up.
The GoFundMe states, "Free Jerion from false convictions. An innocent man, Jerion Davidson, needs bail paid. He deserves to be let out as many false accusations and allegations have come against him, breaking him down and hurting his mental health. He has been falsely convicted by..."
Is this how it goes? Well, here's the money song.
Money.
Song. I don't think this is the song. Is this the song? I don't know.
By his haters, who were able to bother the cops enough to bully them into getting him. Jerion, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, honestly, like, what is this? Like, you're not taking anything seriously. The allegations come out, and within 24 hours, you already got a GoFundMe? You are not Chud the Builder, man. There ain't nobody donating to this shit. As you can see, this shit got $0. Be the first one to donate. Hell no. And as the heat was getting to him, a lot of people start deep diving back into some old live streams that he was uploading. Come to find out, he was talking on a live stream about if he finds 10-year-old girls attractive.
Jerry Davidson, no one gives a about that answer. If the laws was teen, would you go for it?
I mean, if the law was by law, which is what I go by.
Wait, shut up.
By law, which is what I go by, would I go for a 10-year-old? It honestly depends, bro. Some girls actually look like 18-year-olds.
Knock during towing. You gotta send this joker to knock during towing. There is no way on this earth that you just actually answered that question by saying that some 10-year-olds look like 18-year-olds.
The fuck are you talking about?
You're absolutely cooked, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You're fucking cooked.
I tried to give this kid the benefit of the doubt because he's a young guy out here. He's only 19 years old, but he constantly keeps...
we gotta stop saying that stupid shit. We live in 2026. Kids know more about life than most 30-year-olds by the time they're even 12. I don't give a flying fuck you're 16, 15, 14, whatever the fuck. I don't care if you're even fucking 11. Like, let's get it through our heads. Kids talk more like a sailor at 11, like a 50-something-year-old, than anything. I tell you something. There's kids who are 11 who speak like they're 57 and angry. And I'm not talking about wisdom either. You know what I'm saying? They know too much than they should, and they don't know how the world works as they should. But they'll tell you shit as if they've been through that life, like they've been like an adult or some shit. So, no. We gotta stop doing it because they a certain age. Nah, these kids are different now. They have developed to a degree where they have phones and shit like that. Yeah, but not a lot of kids are raised well. That's why we have a real problem with... If you ever been on Teacher Talk, there's a lot of teachers from elementary school all the way to high school saying how dumb, stupid, aggressive, evil, and just plain out disrespectful of every kid is. Nearly, not every kid, but how... And it's such a growing problem. News talk about it. Documentaries are on it. It's getting worse, and it's been getting worse since the age of, like, probably the inception since what? 2013, right? So it's getting worse. It's not getting better. I believe there's less better parents than there is good parents now these days. I mean, than worse parents. I think there's less better parents than there are good parents. Because most better parents, those so-called parents I'm talking about, is either purposely just horrible or they don't know they're horrible. Because they was raised horrendously, so they don't know any more better than the last parent that raised them. So, just like how those moms take their kids to drag queen shows and have them dance and twerk in front of them. They think they're doing something. That shit's fucking crazy and demonic. Shit's crazy. Grown-ass man shaking his ass in front of toddlers and women who are mentally unstable.
Putting himself in these stupid ass situations in which he is repeatedly cooked over and over again. I hopped into one of his live streams on Kick.
Remember, there'll be like 7, 8, 10, 15, 30, or 30 different women holding their babies and toddlers sitting here watching a grown man twerk in women's clothing. Those are the ones who think they're doing something for their kids when they're fucking them up. So that's what I'm saying. There's more horrendous parents than there are good parents who will say, nah, this is stupid, this is weird, this is strange. You know what I'm saying? No. Now that's why that approval rate is getting faster and lower every year.
And I was asking him about the allegations. In the midst of me asking him this, he's hitting himself in the face with a hammer, and he says that it's all fake.
So what is happening in your court? They all saying kind of crazy shit about you being a ped?
I'm sorry, bro. Like, your face look like you don't clean your face, dude. Like, your face look like it's kind of like dirty in the face. Like, you don't use what was it? What was the term they call it? You don't exfoliate your face. It looks like it's holding in dirt or grime or some shit. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's from all the constant hitting your face with the metal bat. The hammer. But like, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, he looks like a witch. Like, I'm not even trying to make fun of bro. Like, I'm not even trying to make fun of bro at all. Like, honestly, like, other than him being a little bit of a PDF there, like, you can go fuck yourself, bro. But like, I'm talking about appearance-wise. I don't know how this makes you look better. That looks crazy. You need to exfoliate, bro. Get into that bitch. Oh my god, he doesn't. And he doesn't look like he works out. Work out, dude. You put all that work to fuck up your face, and might also do some push-ups. So it might make up for the bullshit. But god damn. Oh my god. Wait, I'm back. I think I fixed it. Sorry about that. I lost connection for like a split second. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry about that. I lost connection. Sorry about that. I'm at a One Punch Man. I hate that term, looks maxing. I hate the word maxing. We just put maxing behind any word just to justify the bullshit. Sorry about that, guys. I lost connection for a split second. My fault. Yeah.
Nonsense, but that's what's happening to people who try to get famous. Like, what? Happens all the time, so only thing you can do is dodge the allegation.
What Mikey said? Mikey said, how are you gonna rely on your face if your personality and build isn't up to snuff? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Court, they all saying kind of crazy shit about you being a ped. Yeah, they can say what they want. I mean, all the fake allegations that are going around, it's nonsense, but that's what's happening to people who try to get famous. Like, what? Happens all the time, so only thing you can do is dodge the allegations.
No, that doesn't happen to people who are famous. Well, okay, you're not technically wrong, you're not right either. He's not wrong, because there are people who are just that horrendously jealous and horrible that they'll make up shit on you just because they don't like you, right? That exists on Blue Sky, Twitter. Like, you know how many times people have made stuff up about like certain celebrities or even e-celebrities because they haven't done anything. They'll just make up something. They'll make up something like insane, like something really like so out there to the point where it's not, there's no evidence, there's no nothing. They'll just make up something just because they can, because they just don't like you. Many people on Twitter that says, "Oh, I don't like that person. They're probably a PDF." And they said, "What is your claim on that?" They said, "I don't know. They just come off to me as such." Those people will do that. Not that they have no form of evidence, no inkling, no nothing to correlate. They'll just literally say because they don't agree with them to a degree, whether politically or something socially or whatever case may be, or they did a drawing that they didn't like, or they did a drawing of a character. Say like I did a drawing of Pobney, right? And Pobney in a bikini. They instantly will call you, are you a pedo because you drew Pomni, or you're a gooner pedo type person because you drew Pomni in a bikini. Like, first, it's not like Pomni being drawn in like a very central, like she's in a bikini, especially if it's like canonically to that of the show, right? But because they don't like the fact that you drew Pomni in a way, and because they identify with Pomni to a degree, or they think they relate to her to something, it's them. It's yeah, she's an adult, I know, but that they don't understand that because they have such a connection to that character, because they have some type of internal struggle going on with them, they feel like they can, and this is where the shippers and these mentally ill people can't differentiate themselves from a character on the show and themselves. This is why Kei Arata got a lot of trouble, because once she started, I want to say she tried to like indulge with these people, but once she even tried to interact with them in a positive light and give them even an inch, that's where they thought, okay, she let us through the door, we can do what we want. And as soon as they don't get what they want, they call her a bunch of racists, this, that, and the third, and it goes down a whole list of hell. And then, they just run her off the internet. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Remember, she's not J.K. Rowling, who's making a bunch of claims and stuff like that. This is just a bitch who made a game. I mean, made an anime, and one character in particular looks a specific way in their mind canon, or their fan fiction, or their fan theory, whatever the case may be, and made that canon in their head. And because she denies it, who is the actual like author of this thing, they absolutely disregard what she says and says what they want. Pretty sure they're saying the same thing about Kit from yes, correct. They because remember, once a character is liked like that by these people, they don't want to let go of that character. You know what I'm saying? This is why they love Jax. Jax is the person that they hate the most, but also can't let go of. Because people like Jax would be like Jax if most men were like, actually quite honest, Jax is the very thing that they hate, because Jax is the very person who will tell you what it is for what it is at the time. But because he's saying it at the time, he will be hated. This is why I say many times, most of you, if your favorite anime character was real, and I usually use someone like Luffy, if Luffy was real, you would hate him. You will hate him off rip, because Luffy will tell it how it is, how he sees it, how he thinks it's stupid and dumb and this, that, and the third. Luffy will not go or jive with majority of the shit that is in right now in society. He'll tolerate you, but if he's giving his honest opinion, he don't give a flying fuck. Same thing with Goku. Majority of most anime characters will tell you off rip they don't give a flying fuck. Or someone like Tanjiro and Midoriya might suck you off in the sense of trying not to be nice, trying to be mean, but someone like Luffy will tell you off rip. You know what I'm saying? They won't give a fuck. Yeah, he'll eat everything in the fridge. He won't have no manners whatsoever. He'll talk with his mouth open. He'll say that you're weird. Remember, see how he treated the big chick who was the mermaid chick when they was in the Fishman Island, and she was like a big princess, and she didn't give a fuck about her feelings. But guess who she was? I won't say she was in love with, but she was very infatuated with him specifically. Same thing with Bakugo. Bakugo too. They will hate him too. Off rip. They will hate Bakugo off rip if he was real. With the yelling, the screaming, the in-your-face type shit. Him being egotistical. Him being the way he is. X, Y, and Z. The only reason they like him is because the plot is written that way for him to be liked or at least grow. But in most cases, he won't give a fuck. He'll call you weak, stupid, lazy, blah. He'll call you the R word, X, Y, and Z bullshit, hard R part shit. He don't give a flying fuck. I'm dead serious. This is why I know when they say the most liked character is the one who is very horrendous, is the one that they want. They love the thing that you hate. I'm telling you. At least you're at least consistent. Most people like them. Luffy, you feed me now. I'll liberate you, villager. But we are living in prosperity and abundance of food. Luffy, this is not an option. Honestly, all that adrenaline in that head and 24/7. Yep. Wait, I don't think he would say. I think he would. He would. Especially if it piss you off. Listen, we was doing a video of those furries. I think Jerry was here. We was doing the video of those furries on VR chat, and they said I can say the hard R or the N word towards him because he's being racist to other people. No, these are leftist individuals who believe they're doing the right thing. These are white leftists who live on VR chat, and they believe because they're in the midst of a racist, they can say still racist things to them. So they have a problem him saying the N-word, but they'll say the N-word to him because they upset with him. So it excuse their shit behavior for his shit behavior. Now imagine someone like Baku who don't give a flying fuck about your feelings, and you piss him off, he'll say you chimping out. He'll be quick to call you chimping out. He will chud the fuck out of you. I'm dead serious. He will chud the builder the fuck out of you. He'll say stop chimping out. And he will call you the N-word and hard R. And he'll call you the regard word. Regard. He'll say it. I'm dead serious, he will. Especially if he pissed off, he will say it how it is. He don't give a flying fuck. Plus, he's Japanese, so he's not white. He's Japanese. And they say that shit all the time. You be low-key.
And hope that you're protected by some sort of angels, because yeah, these people will do and say absolutely anything and everything to gain fame, attention, or money. It's completely taken out of context, so I'm just saying it's AI generated. If anyone knows me as a person, they know I'll never do anything like that.
You gonna get your goofy ass on my face, man.
I kid you not, after
Remember on episode 1, Bakugo told bro to swan dive off a building. Remember, that was Midoriya. He didn't do much. Remember this. He told him to swan the fuck dive off a building. Just because he was quirkless. You don't think he'll call you hard R if you piss him off? Come on. Make that correlation. Remember, he was bullying and beating the shit out of this dude knowing he had no powers. You don't think he'll call you hard R? Especially if you got powers? He'll probably call you hard R just to get you riled up, just to fight you. Come on. If he can get a fight out of you, fuck yes. Right? And like, same thing with Vegeta. You think Vegeta won't call you hard R if he piss him off? He can blow your planet up. He can give a fuck about your feelings. The fuck? How you can blow up a whole planet and kill a bunch of people and genocide people, but you're scared of the person of whatever color they belong to and not call him a name. Do a Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? Teenagers use that unironically just to say it just because they sound edgy. Now imagine an alien who can blow your head off or blow your whole planet on a whim because you don't like what he said. Look at the Viltrumites. You think Thrag is gonna give a fuck about your skin color? Look at I have to make a speech for that. Oh my god. Apparently, he was originally going to be kind, but still be an a-hole. Yeah, I get it. But you see, that's the thing. That's why I know for a fact majority of y'all favorite anime characters will not like you, and you won't like them. They won't fuck with you. How do you know that? Just because they wrote it that way? Honestly, you think a Viltrumite who can rip your head off within split second gonna give a shit about your race? No, you're just denying yourself that someone wouldn't. Like, come on, someone like Chud the Builder will call you a bunch of N-words and call you chimping out, right? And he has nothing going for him. Now imagine the Viltrumite who can actually do you something. Right? Look at Thrag. Yeah, Viltrumite don't even know what race. No, they don't know what race is. They know that's the whole Viltrumite thing. Remember, Viltrumites believe that they're a pure race compared to anyone else. They're like Saiyans, but just more racist. If anything, they're more racist than Saiyans. Saiyans is just looking for a fight half the time. They're not trying to, like, empire a whole planets. They empire planets. Several planets. They'll kill amongst each other just to prove a point. If you see the show, they'll kill amongst each other. Shit. I can't say much if you haven't seen it, but like they'll kill amongst each other. And remember, they're a different race of people. There's black ones, white ones, Hispanic ones, all of them. No, it doesn't have to see race doesn't have to be color. It could be straight species. It could be straight species. It don't have to be color. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the same Viltrumites will still say that female Viltrumites is not as strong as male Viltrumites. So whenever there's a form of, if one thing you should learn in life, if there's any form of distinction between us, there will be a racism between us. So if you are from, say, like, okay, perfect example. If you're a Dominican, but light skin, and if you're a Dominican, but dark skin, there are very much a colorism issue amongst them when they feel like dark skinned ones don't get as much attention as light skinned ones or ones that look close to white. And this is a contained situation amongst just one ethnicity. Now imagine different ethnicities in their own situation. So no matter how much alike we are, if there's any form of distinction that you can make on just off rip seeing you, there will be a form of racism. Yeah, but they killed off most of their people because they need them to procreate still. So they won't kill them off to kill off their people. If you watch the show, you will know this. They're not gonna kill off all the women because there's wicks. They still have to have children. Because I would not kill any of them. Like, even if we considered men who are okay, most men will consider most women weak by default, biologically, which is true, right? But they're not going to kill off the women because they're weak in their ideology or in strength, because they still need those women to have children with, right? You're not going to kill off the women just because they come off as weak. You need them even if they're weak. They're just a weaker version of the males. Yes, inbreeding will be a major problem. This is why they had a problem with the Oni Man when he had children with the humans in that one insect race. So they was mad about that. So yes, they are racist by default. I'm pretty sure they're racist amongst each other. They just don't make it about that because that's too much. That's too deep in lore to get into that situation for a show that you want people to watch. But let's put it in that sense. So
I asked him this, he proceeds to go back to hitting himself in the face with a hammer. And like I said earlier, he moved into this apartment with other Looksmaxer guys, and they are now kicking him out due to the allegation.
Not looking too bright. Like I said, I'm gonna have to move with my sugar mom because my roommates are kicking me out because of these allegations. So yeah, I'd rather
so
live
yes,
with my
I believe a Viltrumite, a Saiyan, a pirate like Luffy and them would be racist if they wanted to be, or they could, especially if they can throw their hands and snap your neck open. Like 9 times out of 10. They would. A lot of people don't want to hear that because they have a beloved wanting of these characters, but like if it was real and there was no Arthur telling them what to think, how to think, they would probably do what they want and not give a flying fuck, especially if they can blow up your entire planet with a snap of a finger half the time. So it is what it is.
My sugar mom, she has a 4-story house. She cooks for me. She cleans for me. She has a hot daughter.
As y'all heard, man, he's saying he gonna stay with his sugar mama. She got a daughter. And chat, a few days later,
sugar mama. Did he put EDP on the screen?
He uploads a video that he's really at his sugar mama's house. He said he's staying at her crib. She feeding and cooking and cleaning for him.
And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing, Jerry?
I'm here to tell it to you straight.
Wait a minute. Wait the fuck minute. Hold on. This motherfucker was talking to a 14-year-old girl. He somehow is living or getting taken care of by a woman with a child who's probably a similar age to that girl. The mom probably knows this and heard of this because he's a celebrity enough to people make shit about him. So I'm pretty sure they doxed him or at least tried to contact this woman about what he was doing. And she still lets him in the house. You tell you right there, again, this is how horrible parenting is. There are more shit parents than there are good ones. This proves my point. This is exactly proves my point. There are more shit parents. I'm pretty sure there's an 80% clip of shit parents than there are good parents. She knows this man has a problem. She knows this man is in a situation that involves children. She has a child, not with him, but she has a child in a facility of this man who is her biological kid, and still let him stay there, knowing he's 19 or 20, and her child is probably around the same age as that girl he was talking to. Or probably even less. You don't think that's a problem? God damn. God damn. This is why I don't trust single moms.
Straight. This looks max and shit is over, man. It's over. The top looks maxers are all predators. They're all in jail. Do
you girls want to fuck this? Like, honestly.
And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing, Jerry?
I'm here to tell it to you straight. This looks max and shit is over.
Look, okay, let me use an example. Look at Pi. That's so totally normal. Like look at Pi here. I'm not saying he's handsome, I'm not saying he's ugly, but I'm saying he's a normal looking guy. He looks like a normal dude. He looks like he can pull some bitches, right? Look at the dude right after this.
Man, it's over. The top looks max.
Do you bitches really want to fuck this dude? Like, he don't look normal. Like, he don't look normal. This doesn't look normal. Just like those bitches with big BBLs, and it doesn't even look natural. Like, it's one thing you got a BBL, but it's another thing when you got those insane BBLs that look super unnatural. You look like a fucking ant. This is just like the Antoine something religion thing we did, that video. Holy shit. I might go for a barker. When I hear that, I'm hearing dude with a beard. I'm hearing dude with beard.
Are all predators. They're all in jail. They're all having pending cases against them. And I think that this entire movement is stupid. But at the end of the day, man, it's his life. He gonna do what he want to do, man.
Look at his face, dude. Dude, look at the. Oh my god, dude. Look at the dark circles around your cheek, or is it circles? The dark spots on your face, dude. Your face looks dirty, dude. And I'm not saying this like skin-wise or being racist or anything, but your skin looks dirty. Like, you need to clean it. Like, exfoliate that shit, dude. Your face look rough. Yeah, like, I think it's because he's taking the hammer, and because the hammer contains of like little like minerals of like dirt. Every time he keeps knocking his face with it, the dirt kind of like gets trapped into his skin, and that's why it looks all dirty. Like, it looks dirty there. Like, in like where the more darkest spots is where he's hitting his face with the fucking the hammer. Holy shit, dude. That does not look normal at all, dude. I'm sorry. That's not normal. Yeah, it's like bacteria or dirt or grime or something's in his face that's trapped in there. He needs to exfoliate that shit out. His nose does look kind of broken. It looks kind of like, it looks bended. He has like a boxer's nose. Is that what it's called? A boxer's nose? It looks bended? Or It doesn't look normal. It doesn't look right.
Man, but I'm just like, bro, with these allegations, I think you should get off the internet completely.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Someone has reported to the
But yeah, chat, that's all I gotta say, man. Jerion Davidson is back at it again, doing some weird ass shit. Shout out to the coalition, man. Shout out to all my channel members.
Oh my god.
But yeah, boys, join the coalition today, man. Check out my second channel, my Yap channel, all my other channels we streaming. But yeah, I hope you boys enjoyed the video. Drop a like on this, and I'll see you boys
the Escape music? Let's
in the
go.
next one. All right, peace.
Oh
At least I'm mogging though. At least I mog. What's important than money, status, or fame is your looks. Your looks.
No, bro, it's getting good with God. It's just, that's literally getting good with God. Knowing that you're doing the right thing in the eyes of God, and you know you're in your right purpose while doing that. That's the most important. That's it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not that complicated. See? That's it. Yep. That's it. Just do the right thing. Do what Jesus would do. Type shit. Correct. And it becomes a friendship, and then it becomes ultimately like a parent. Yeah, usually that's when it's too late half the time. Alright, Sky, later, bud. We got one more video, and then we'll call it a night, because it's already 8 something, I just realized. Alright, we got one more video. Let me see. Yep, wearing clothes is the first step. And not talking to children. Stop talking to kids. Alright, I found more of a silly one. This one's more of a silly video. And it has to do with food, but it's silly, but it also has its thing. Let me see real quick so I get this right. Let me see. Chrome. There you go. Alright, so we are all kind of familiar with the whole pineapple like juice thing. I think how not to promote your indie pilot, Chimptopia. Yeah, what's up with that? I've been wondering if she's overdosed on energy drinks. Maybe we should do another video. Oh no. Alright, so this is a video from Atozy. It says here, TikTok Kool-Aid pineapples are hypnotizing people. So I think some of you have been familiar with the trend with the whole apple pineapple Kool-Aid thing, where people drink like they pull out like I think it's like it's submerged in Kool-Aid and you eat it with pineapple and you drink it and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of popular right now. I think it came from Atlanta, or at least down in the south, and it's becoming more popular amongst people because it comes in different colors and shit. So I'm gonna see what this is about and see what he has to say. Wait, what are you? Wait, what? Wait, what are you talking about? Wait, what? What are you talking about? What the hell? What the hell?
Apparently sending people to the hospital. My main reaction here is, are we really surprised? I mean, there are hundreds of grams of sugar in these things, and I mean, there's no way most of them are made in an industrial kitchen. I mean, this is essentially a whole new TikTok pink sauce or pickle girl situation waiting to happen all over again. So essentially,
Pickle girl?
It would start as a guy selling Kool-Aid pineapples out of his car, somehow turned into a viral catchphrase, a meme celebrity, and of course, a cryptocurrency, because of course, meme.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The crypto thing. Every time. College students drink too much caffeine from the lemon.
Coin bottom feeders will turn anything into a meme coin at this point. But hey, if you spent any amount of time on social media in the last week, you've probably seen people say some variation of da big ga or that be tough? I think the first obvious questions for most people are, what does that even mean? Well, the answer starts with a jar of pineapples. Specifically, it starts with a trend called the Kool-Aid pineapple. And somehow, through a series of events that can really only happen on the internet, the jar of pineapples led to multiple news articles, millions upon millions of views, and yes, because apparently no one's learned anything over the last couple of years, a meme coin. Now, this pineapple itself is apparently called the Kool-Aid pineapple or Kool-Aid pineapples, where people take pineapple spears, dump Kool-Aid powder into the juice, and add enough sugar to make a dentist completely freak out and probably kill some sort of Victorian era child.
Okay, this is something that Mikey might say. That's something Mikey would say. I'm dead serious.
Then they shake it together and then let everything soak. And the result is a snack that some people insist is technically fruit. I look at it and I go, there's no way people actually consume that. And also, calling that a fruit is essentially like dumping a whole bunch of melted milk chocolate onto a fruit and still calling it a fruit. Sure, technically there's a fruit under there, but now it's a dessert. Regardless though, the trend started off earlier this year in Florida, where vendors began selling giant jars of this stuff from food trucks and pop-up stands and sometimes straight out of the back of their cars. And I guess there were a few content creators who started making it popular. You have one guy by the name of Silly Willy. He's one of the creators who created the initial success. He also sells his Pineapple Dreams Kool-Aid pickles out of the back of his car, which admittedly is not where I usually would buy produce, but to each their own.
We have the best pineapples from Silly Willy.
Don't know if Victorian children grew up eating lead paint chips that might have typhoid toughened them up.
That's good too.
I mean, just the thought of someone opening the back of their trunk and going, hey, you want to buy some pineapples? And I just see a whole bunch of jars of sludge that look like they can be alternatives of Fortnite chug jugs. I'm not really gonna look at that with a whole bunch of excitement. Regardless, it's turning into
they could have made some crazy money and say Fortnite chug jugs instead of call it the other thing. A lot of kids will probably go drink it.
a very interesting side hustle because what is this? I feel like every few years we just get a new version of the pink sauce, and that's what this is right now. First we had the pink sauce, then we had the pickle girl, now we have the Kool-Aid pineapples. Thankfully, no one's been sent to the hospital with botulism yet, but I mean, let's be real, how far away are we really? Yeah, that's a lot of pineapples. Do you think that these cashiers just hit them with a deep sigh every time they see someone approaching their register with more pineapples that could ever feed a village? I don't know. I also don't know what kind of financial indicator this is, because in theory, you could be like, oh wow, this is proof the economy's doing well, because if people are buying $20 pineapple jars from people, clearly they're not struggling, right? But then you can make the counter argument of, uh-oh, do people have to sell pineapples on the side just to be able to afford rent? I don't know. Regardless, $20 for a jar of pineapples sounds insane to me.
Well, this is just a mix of bad choices of irresponsible people who have money who shouldn't be using it irresponsibly. Because if they ever look at the price of buying pineapple, they will not buy $20 worth of... Fuck me. Dude, it's just...
Especially with just pineapples, Kool-Aid, and sugar. But I guess if you put all my skepticism and jokes aside, it seems like people love this. And I mean, if you're on Facebook Marketplace, especially in Florida, you're definitely going to see a whole bunch of pineapple Kool-Aid jars on there.
We outside with the candy pineapples, y'all. Pull up on me.
Yeah, I mean, these are obviously flavored ones because you can see the cherry and lemonade there. My main concern is what are the black ones there? Like, do you want to eat your pineapples that look like sludge from a zombie apocalypse? But anyway, videos of customers trying these jars start racking up millions upon millions of views.
Oh, wait,
mainly because of how bizarre.
It must be it's probably like grape juice, but really concentrated grape juice, so it looks black. It's probably like a real purple, like a dark purplish. Wait, is it dark purple? Like, go back.
I mean, these are obviously.
Well, there's no real purple. I see red, orange, like an aqua green, and then like a teal blue. But that's probably just purple. It's probably a reflection, but like, it's like a very dark purple because they put so much purple in it, or something like that. Or they probably even put some dye in it, probably.
obviously flavored ones because you can see the
Yeah, some type of grape or cherry.
cherry and lemonade there. My main concern is what are the black ones there? Like, do you want to eat your pineapples that look like sludge from a zombie apocalypse? But anyway, videos of customers trying these jars started racking up millions upon millions of views, mainly because of how bizarre the trend is. But I guess you could say that the Kool-Aid pickle trend went extremely viral after this kid by the name of Bubba Harrelson made this video, because at some point Bubba walked up, grabbed a piece of pineapple, and accidentally changed the direction of the entire story. And all it took was about 12 seconds for him to do so.
Yeah, that bit tough. That big guy.
Oh yeah. Appreciate you, buddy. Yes, sir.
Okay, so on May 29th, this video started going viral. And here you can see that Bubba was handed a jar of Kool-Aid pineapples, then Bubba takes a bite, chews it for about 2 seconds, and delivers a line that changes the internet forever.
That big guy.
Oh yeah.
And yes, I guess you could technically argue that he changed the internet, because now I've heard dabita and dabiga way too many times.
Oh my god. The uneducated just keeps making people more stupid. It's just like we just keep making people more dumber. This is no dumb. No different from when people were saying what is it? Gyats or some shit. Fuck. Internet just like we never try to make a trend of being smart. We just be a trend of how densely stupid we are. You notice that? We never see a trend of like reading a book, getting good at being at like something or art or something like that, something educational or something. Brain rot advertisement. It's like, yes, it's wild. It's like it's never like something of like pure talent. Shit, it's not even like a stupid ass complicated dance. It's like that bit tough. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. It's never something educational. It's something fucking dense. Oh my god, dude.
But his video got tens of millions of views in just a few days, and what makes it even funnier is most people weren't actually talking about the pineapple anymore. A lot of the dialogue has been about
it sounds like mushmouth.
How to spell what he said. Because depending on who you ask, the phrase is spelled like this, or like this, or like this, or like that. Honestly, it doesn't even matter what the original phrase is. Within days, people were calling cars dabiga, songs were called dabiga, and at one point, I saw people using it to describe completely unrelated memes. So we have reached peak cultural impact with dabiga currently. And as soon as I saw it going viral, I immediately felt very old until I saw Mike Majlak do it, and that's—
No, I don't feel old. I feel extremely disappointed and dumb. I just feel stupid. It's like the 6'7" thing. It's just mentally ill.
That's when I realized the trend just completely died overnight.
Looks so fun. Looks like a slimy slug, bro. That'd be tough.
So apparently in 2026, you can wait.
He's 54 years old. You're on his age.
And that's when I realized the trend just completely died overnight.
Looks so fun. Looks like a slimy slug, bro. That'd be tough.
Yo, 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 that's so funny. They just dropped his age almost instantly. Yo, bro, are you pushing 30? Are you pushing 50? Oh my god, dude, that's— oh man.
So apparently in 2026, you can wake up as a normal person, then the next day you're suddenly a celebrity. This is kind of like reminding me of the Vine days. Because while this video is 12 seconds, we're not that far away from the 7-second videos here. But apparently you can go viral from enjoying an oddball snack a little bit too much. And also just the lingo you decide to use for enjoying the snack. Because, bro.
And today we came to pull up on the creator of that. First question I want to know, was it really tough and gas?
Yeah, it was most definitely tough.
Okay, for sure. And how you feel about blowing up?
It's good, it's good.
It's good?
This feels so awkward. This feels so stupid. Why are you asking this kid anything? He just said, this is no different from the fucking— and you notice it's always coming from the South? You notice the bullshit keeps coming from the South talking? Like the bitch with the, what do you call it? Wait, the girl who gives head. I forgot her name. Oh my god. This is dumb. The one that spit on that thing, shit. You know what I'm saying? The Hawk Tour girl. The Hawk Tour. That big guy. This stupid shit. And then it's like the Gyat thing. Like, can we stop doing this? Can we stop making dumb people smart? I mean, dumb people smart. Dumb people famous? Oh my god, dude. This is dumb. This is stupid, man. We are...
Yeah, got a whole bunch of fame, a whole bunch of people liking my shit.
Yeah. So like, people be in the comments saying like, you fake your voices. So is that true?
Nah, that's not for real how I talk.
And another question, people like, you from Florida and stuff?
Nah, from Wilmington.
What made you start talking?
Stop moving the fuck around. Come in the shot. Why are you so far away from the shot? Get the fuck up out of here, you fucking squirrel. Like, stand right here. Got ADHD or some shit. Stay right there. It's like a 15-second max and some stupid ass questions. Just answer the question. You moving around. You're out frame. You fucking idiot. Oh my god, you're pissing me off. Oh my god, damn. The corn. Oh yeah, the corn one with the little black kid eating the corn. It's corn. I think he's eating cornbread.
Like that.
No, I don't know. It's just how I grew up.
So he not faking his voice, but it's real voice, man. So like, to end the video off, I need you to say your famous words.
That big guy and that bit tough.
For sure, man.
And here the camera just has to keep on adjusting because he just won't stop backing up. I feel like he's trying to run.
Oh my god! Thank you. I just said it. I just said it. Why? I just said it. Why are you backing up? Why are you backing up? Get in frame. Oh my god. Stay in like one place, please.
I need you to say your famous words.
That big guy
It's pissing me
and that
off.
bit tough.
For sure, man.
And here the camera just has to keep on adjusting because he just won't stop backing up. I feel like he's trying to run away from the interview at this point. But within hours, people were making reenactments of the video and it just kept spiraling out of control from there.
That bit tough.
This is another problem with us Americans. We are lacking originality. Cause someone will do some bullshit and then we'll just copy the bullshit. And then just be copycats after copycats after copycats, and it just becomes just a horrendous thing. It's just stupid.
That big guy.
And then, of course, came the edits. And yes, I'm in a different outfit now because my camera overheated. But if you somehow don't know what a brain rot edit is, imagine you just have a normal video, but then it's edited like you're trying to induce some sort of minor hallucination. Because suddenly there were slow motion versions, versions where Bubba looked like he was delivering the most important speech in human history instead of reviewing Kool-Aid fruit. But I guess while Bubba was becoming the internet's newest celebrity, another argument started. Because eventually someone looked at these giant jars of brightly colored pineapples and asked themselves, how much sugar is in this? Because as videos started spreading and rumors started going around that people were actually being hospitalized due to this, people started looking at the recipe a little bit.
I think that's something you take once and that's it. I think that's something you just try one time and that's it. I don't think that's something you should try over and over again. It looks like something people will mix it with alcohol as well. So like, I think I would try one, but that's it. I ain't trying different flavors and shit. That look like it'll kill you. Like, I'll try one. Cool. I'm willing to try one, but I'm not trying to do like all different colors. That shit look like it will fucking make you like, what's the right, like, fucking radioactive.
More closely. And by a little more closely, I mean, they started doing the math here because the basic recipe looks fairly innocent. It's pineapple, Kool-Aid, and sugar. And some people add in a whole bunch of candy, but we'll just go for the bare bones recipe here. Pineapple, Kool-Aid, sugar. That doesn't sound too bad until you realize, hold on, wait a second, how much sugar are they adding? Because it seems like the amount of sugar is being added is less of a suggestion, more of a commitment. Because
we all know in the South, they put like a ungodly amount of sugar in their Kool-Aid. Let's just call it for what it is. This is not even a racism thing. I'm dead serious. They put more sugar in there than the whole like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like there's more sugar in the South specifically. They'll put more sugar in that than anything. In Kool-Aid or we call it lemonade. It goes hard. There's a reason why in the South they have the highest in diabetes. Your IQ, yeah, correct. Like there's a yeah. It says it looks like something that will raise your insulin and lower the IQ. It looks like diabetes food good. Yeah, yeah. There's a reason why in the South they have the highest diabetes and blood pressure and all that shit than any other state. They have the highest, I believe, if I remember right. Wait. Who has the highest in diabetes? I never said anything about race. I said South specifically. Let me see. Who has felt called out, bro? I just realized. Nate, did you feel called out? That shit was crazy. I think in the sausage, it's not just thing for real. Did you feel called out, Nate? Because I never said black people. I said people in the South. That goes for anyone that's in the South, especially the residents. It could be white, black, Hispanic, no matter. I chose my words very carefully on how I said that too. Highest in diabetes in state. Oh, highest in diabetes. Oh, which state has the highest in diabetes? I mean, diabetes. Shit. Can't speak. BET. No, I said racist towards the South because we always say that people from the South are usually either stupid or dumb or some shit. I said South specifically. Let me see. West Virginia. Yeah, it's in the South. So it says in West Virginia, 15.0 to 18.4 has the highest in diabetes. The top states in diabetes prevalence is Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Kansas, and West. It's okay. Number 5 is Kansas. Number 4 is Alabama. Number 3 is Louisiana. Number 2, Mississippi, and number 1, West Virginia. Yes. Like it's not even just a Kool-Aid thing. It's Kool-Aid and what do you call it? Lemonade and shit. Let me see. And their iced tea, fucking iced tea as well. Sweet tea, I think they refer to it as sweet tea. From New York, we call it iced tea. You guys call it sweet tea, I believe. 15% to West Virginia has between 15 to 18.4%. Let me see. Mississippi is 14.7, Louisiana is 14.5, and Alabama 13.7. Kansas is the lowest at the most health risk. Out of the 5 is 13.0, so it is high in diabetes in the South. So I'm not surprised if that thing sounds like if you drink that, you go radioactive almost instantly. So
safe to say, there's health warnings about this, and the health warnings regarding the viral Kool-Aid pineapple trend, they seem to be accurate because a single jar can contain anywhere from 230 to 380 grams of sugar.
Whoa! Holy fucking God! What? You should be bouncing off the wall. What the fuck? Let me see. Take out the E and A. Replace it with it. No, that's a lot.
Which is a lot, and
that's a fucking lot. Holy shit, that's a lot. That'll fuck you up. Wait, what is considered a small amount of sugar for human consumption. That's very bad. So, like, bro, it says here, for a daily consumption of health authorities recommend added sugars roughly 6 to 10. Let's see. No, that's a lot of sugar, bro. Yes, that shit will fuck you up. That's a lot. Let me see. 6 to 10% of total daily calories. A small low risk amount is 25 grams. They said 25 grams, about 6 teaspoons per day for women, and 36 grams, about, if you want to know that, like, okay, so for women, they should have at least 6 teaspoons of sugar a day. Women, that's 6 teaspoons. That's 25 grams. For men, it should be 9 teaspoons. If you want to know how many grams that is, that's 36. The number he gave was...
Viral Kool-Aid pie are they adding? Because it seems like the amount of sugar is being added is less of a suggestion, more of a commitment. Because it's safe to say there's health warnings about this. And the health warnings regarding the viral Kool-Aid pineapple trend, they seem to be accurate because a single jar can contain anywhere from 230 to 380 grams of sugar, which is a lot and can equal between 20 to 35 Krispy Kreme.
Oh, God. And teaspoons. Oh my God. Okay, so like, if you want to know what 280 grams feels like, 280 grams of sugar is equal to 56 teaspoons. Note, women are supposed to have at minimum 6. Men at minimum should have 9. I mean, at maximum 9. Women should have 6 at maximum per day. Bro, this bitch is fucking 56 teaspoons per gram. What the fuck? Bro. 56, bro. Yeah, you should just eat the goddamn sugar. Oh.
Cream donuts or 8 to 12 Cokes. So now you have a bunch of social media posts claiming friends and family were sent to the hospital over this trend. And I was scouring the internet looking all over for like any verifiable news source like proving this, and I couldn't find anything that was accurate. Because I mean, hey, if people are eating this entire jar of Kool-Aid pineapples at least in one day or even one sitting, if you're crazy enough, I would not be surprised if you're hospitalized, because no one in their right mind should ever eat something like that. And let alone, I mean, the sugar is enough, but like there could also be like a sanitary thing as well, because you have you know, at the end of the day, we're running into a lot of the same problems here as the pickle girl and the pink sauce, because you have people preparing these at home, it's not fully sanitary, and then they're brought into a trunk of a hot car and then sold from there.
Oh shit, then that's gonna be concentrated as fuck if it's in a hot car, because it's gonna, I think it does something to the sugar. The heat will do something to the sugar. It will make it more, I think, intensified, wouldn't it not? More concentrated to a degree, wouldn't it not? It will turn into syrup, will it not? I'm pretty sure. That's just straight syrup at that point, isn't it? Holy moly, dude. That's dangerous. That is dangerous.
Just sounds like a recipe for disaster. It also sounds like a recipe for hyperglycemia, but hey. But I also saw critics saying they were turning fruit into candy and then pretending it was a healthy snack because pineapple happened to be in the ingredients list. But honestly, I don't think anyone buying a $20 plus jar of bright blue pineapples from the back of someone's car thinks they're making some sort of like health conscious decision. That just doesn't make sense whatsoever. Hopefully, nobody's walking up to one of these vendors saying, finally, a nutritious option here for me. crazy. Honestly, I feel like Dabiga or Dabita completely sums up the people who are buying this, because who in their right mind is going to be buying Kool-Aid pickles from the back of a trunk? I'm still stuck on 380 grams of sugar. I mean, this is just crazy. This is diabolical. This is diabetical. Honestly, it is diabolical as well. It's diabolical and diabetical at the same time.
Well, you know, as horrendous as this is better than Fent. This is, in a weird way, this is better than fentanyl. I guess this is better than being actually on drugs, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather you be on this. I'd rather you have addiction to drinking this than having an addiction to that of, like, I don't know, Coke or something. It's better than lesser evils, but I don't recommend either. But, like, Jesus Christ.
Got another one, y'all. They came all the way from Dyersburg, Tennessee. We in Kenny with it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good, ain't it?
I mean, just look at these pineapples. They're neon. They could power a glow stick if they wanted to. This is crazy. Why would you ever consume this? I don't know. Maybe I'll make some homemade to see what they taste like. Maybe we'll do that for a YouTube short. I'll do it for science. Honestly, I mean, they're probably good. You just don't want to consume a whole jar of them in a day, that's for sure. But I guess while people were arguing about whether Kool-Aid pineapples were a snack or a dessert,
You should have one every 2 months. Every 3 or 2 months, straight up.
something even more predictable was happening in the background.
Oh, fuck it, just to be good, save every 6 months.
Because, of course, no modern internet trend is truly complete until someone tries to make money off of it in the most disgusting way possible.
Knowing people, they're probably gonna mix some alcohol with it, and the alcohol has sugar in that too. So you're adding even more sugar with the sugar, because they're putting candy, they're putting sugar already in it. Remember, pineapple has sugar in it too. Then they put sugar on top of that sugar. Then they're putting candy in that because, you know, some people want to put candy in it. And then they're probably putting alcohol that may have some sugar in it too. So you're just fucking it all up.
AKA via a meme coin, because out of nowhere that big guy became an official cryptocurrency, and it's already rug pulled. So essentially everyone except for the insiders lost money on that one. So hey, another day, another predictable event here on the internet. But I guess the strangest debates on the internet of the summer, at least, are about brightly colored fruit in a jar. So welcome to 2026, and I guess we're now in the phase of just selling stuff because they look like melted lava lamps. So yeah, that's the story of the Kool-Aid pineapple colored fruit in a jar. So welcome to 2026.
I gotta see it again. What
and
was
I guess
that?
we're now in the phase of just selling
Galaxy grape boneless wings? Ew. What? Also apple green Kool-Aid. Apple green Kool-Aid. The fuck?
stuff because they look like melted lava lamps.
Bruh, what the fuck? That's a boneless wing? That's a boneless wing? Oh my god. It has literal sparkles on, like sprinkles on it. I don't know, it's weird. It's like a it has what do you call it? Glitter on it. Ew.
lamps. So yeah, that's the story of the Kool-Aid pineapple, but you might have noticed this throughout the whole video. So I actually did a collab with Gamer Subs on my own cup. So I don't know, me and my friend Gloom, we went all in on this design. We wanted to make the coolest shaker cup on the website, and I think we might have pulled it off. And you can get it for a limited time only because we're only running this for a couple weeks. And this is actually the step before me getting a flavor. So if enough of you guys do buy these, I actually get my own flavor one day, because that'd be really cool, because, you know, I'm trying to do a memory lane melon flavor, which will be a melon-like flavor, specifically a vanilla honeydew melon flavor. That's the goal. That's what I want to see. No energy drink has had that flavor that I know of, and in my head, I just picture it being a very good flavor for both the powdered stuff and the physical energy drink cans. But I think this tier step is like, first you got to get a powder. If the powder does well, then you get a can. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I'll ask the Gamer Sub guys about it. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like.
We're done. No Tozy. Okay, so I was gonna end it here, but I found a video, and I don't know if you guys want to see it now or you want to watch it tomorrow. I know it's near 10. It's 9:26. But Okay. Okay, so there are three. I have 3 videos. You guys can pick one of them. See if you want to. And the 4th option is we'll do it tomorrow. So this is the first one. The first video. It is 14 minutes, and it's from Monte Sensei, and the video is called "Anime Tourists Create a New Term: Hetero Slop." Okay, that's the first video. The second video is it is 22 minutes, and it's from the Artcast, and it says here, from Gunnar Bait hate to massive hits, hot female characters return. That's what this is called. So the third and final one is, and I think PT might be more for this one, but this one's the longest one out of the one. It's 29 minutes. It says, "Where did the goth girls go?" From Half Baked Takes. Where did the goth girls go? And the last and final one is we can do this tomorrow. Random turns annoying. Let me see. So So which one you pick? I'm gonna put a poll.
Why was it?
I'm gonna put a poll so you guys make it easier on you guys. I'm gonna keep looking back and forth. Go to my video. Go to the video. All right, the 7 of y'all. So go to my video. Yeah, I gotta let you guys vote. Video 1. Video 2. Add video 3. Now I'm gonna put their names in there so you guys don't get confused which one's with. So you can pick what you want.
This manga.
And I'm gonna put it here. Oh, good, it can hold that much. I was kind of worried it wasn't. We'll see, because it's at 7, so it's gonna be an odd number. So whatever that happens, we'll see. All right. Must contain between 1 to 5 characters. Hold on 1 second. Where did the video 3? Oh, that's why. Okay. This is 20 words. Hold on. Wait, is it? What the hell? Why is it doing this? Okay. Oh. Go. Option. Yeah, I should have did this a little earlier. My bad. There we go. Everything's in green. Must contain between 1 to 5. There we go. This is 40. Oh my god. Okay, some of the words I kind of cut out, but because I couldn't put every word I wanted, but you guys can pick. I put their names, their titles as best as I could. There you go. You guys can pick. You guys can pick. Lol, get to the chopper. Where did the goth girls go? 60%. And 1 vote. 5 votes out of the... Okay. 20, 20, 60. Okay. Okay, the goth one won. The goth one won. Alright, we're gonna knock this one out. This is gonna be the longest one, sadly. But I am interested in this too. So let's see where this takes us. So let's see.
Rogue.
There we go. And then make this. The fuck? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. My bad. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. So this... Oh, this is so high. I didn't see that. Okay, there we go. So this is a video by Half Baked Takes. And this is him. That's Half Baked Takes. The dude right behind me. It says, where did the goth girls go? So we're going to see what this is about. This is about 29 minutes, and we're going to see where this takes us. Let's go.
Where did all the goth girls go? The Hex Girls, Rogue, Gaz, Mandy, Shigo, Ingrid III, Raven, Blackfire, Jinx, Sam Manson, Ember McLean, Nikki Wong, Glenn, Marceline.
Did anyone actually have any real crushes on Mandy from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? I never did. I just thought she was a bitch, and that was it. I didn't see her as a goth girl per se, just a bitch, but I can understand why that could be. I think it's weird.
Almost every single one of these characters debuted within an 8-year window between 19...
I really enjoy the Kingdom Hearts shirt. I like the Nobody shirt.
99 and 2000.
Or that's Organization 13.
On 5 different networks for 5 different audiences. Nick, Disney, Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I never did have a thing on Mandy. She was just there for the sake of whatever the plot needed to be.
Kids WB and Teletoon, whatever the hell that is. They were heroes, villains, sidekicks, reality show contestants, witches, mutants, demonologists, and one girl who blackmailed Death himself. And then the last fresh one debuted in July.
No. They're not saying right now. They're talking about as kids. Because he's talking about for those who grew up with these characters as kids. So as a kid, I think Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was playing when I was like, what, 5 or 6, 7 years old? I think the pilot came out in like, what, 2001, 2002?
July 2007, and mainstream animation went almost 3 full years without introducing another major goth-coded female lead, until April 5th, 2010, when a half-demon, 1,000-year-old apocalypse survivor named Marceline the Vampire Queen showed up in Adventure Time and instantly became one of the most beloved animated characters ever made. And then mainstream animation,
there it is. You're young.
just gave up. Like, well, we did it. Can't top that one. See ya. So now today, you cannot name a single new mainstream cartoon debuting a character like any of them, except for maybe Luna from Hell of a Boss, but she's more furry than anything, so I don't really think that counts. We do love Luna though. Give it up for Luna in the comments. Now, this is not...
Well, then again, everyone resides in hell, so like, it kind of beats the aesthetic. Like if everyone's from hell, like, I'm saying.
Because the audience went anywhere. They're literally everywhere that isn't animated cartoons. So what happened? Why did they vanish from this medium? Most of these YouTube videos walking you through
you know why? Because all of them are activists and they're fucking annoying. That's why. They're activists now.
Goth girl cartoon thing will hand you the same 3 names. Raven, Sam.
I wouldn't say that, but they have a goth aesthetic. I wouldn't say all are goth like in attitude and stuff, but like it's a, I guess a closest thing to aesthetic probably PT can tell you. Right? If everyone is too, is it really? Not really. Especially if everyone residing in the very place that, you know.
Mandy done. Roll credits. I'm not making that video because once you actually start counting, the canon is comically bigger than that. Let's get into this. Now we have to start here in 1999 with the Hex Girls, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost on October 5th of 1999. Direct-to-video and Warner Brothers brought them back 4 years later for Legend of the Vampire in 2003 because the audience response was just that strong. Self-described eco-goths, which I think is the most adorably 2000 subculture descriptor anyone has ever invented in human history.
Because all of them were, okay, let's just be honest. People was emo, punk, screamo, all these different genres were different, but yet all the same in their own way. They intersected with each other one way or another, but they all fell under the idea that they're always down to party at one point, or at least down to have fun, or at least down to clown to a degree, whether from the insane clown posse to the most emo, to the most punk, goth, grunge, did I say screamo? Screamo, and then, you know, everything in between. Even alternative, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not goth, but they intersect with each other pretty well. There where most people can't really tell, most cases. Well, growing up back then, they kind of just like it's just these days people just say emo. They don't even say goth anymore. They just say emo. Even kids now, even kids now call everything emo if it's like an aesthetic that they can identify with in the sense of like goth or something. They just call everything emo. They don't know the distinction. Right. They're not the same, but they intersect with each other to a degree. And the problem is that all of them were kind of like under that veil of either music lovers, party lovers, or something like that. Dark arts individuals sometimes, but like usually just for fun and for aesthetic and I guess the most I would say, maybe I'm wrong on this, I would say the subgenre within those genres was probably the most, I don't think, well liked, or at least not well respected, was probably the scene kids. If you get what I'm saying. The scene kids was like a more happier version of emos. If I get that, if I'm saying that right. They seem like more bubble pop type shit going on. You know, more of like internet aesthetic type shit. Like early internet aesthetic. But, you know.
And Thorn, the lead Hex Girl, when asked about her witch credentials in the film, answers, and I am quoting directly here,
"Kinda like Wiccans. Just ask Thorn, she is one."
Yeah, right. Sally McKnight, 1/16 blood on my mother's side.
Only 1/16. I'm sorry, 1/16 Wiccan.
That means absolutely fucking nothing, to be honest.
That is the lore. That is the depth they were writing into this Scooby-Doo direct-to-video sideband. But here's the part that actually breaks me. Thorn was voiced by Jennifer Hale. Yes, the Jennifer Hale, Commander Femshep from Mass Effect, was voicing the lead Hex Girl. Cool, we can handle that. And then Dusk was voiced by Jane Weedland. Jane Weedland from the Go-Go's, an actual hit-charting rock musician, was voicing a member of an animated children's cartoon band. The Hex Girls had more real-world musical chops than half the bands the show was supposed to be parodying. Then 2000 happens. Rogue, X-Men Evolution, Kids WB, voiced by
yes. Okay, I think this is the most liked Rogue version of Rogue. If this is any variant, I think most people enjoy the X-Men Evolution Rogue, because I think they took a lot of stuff from, what was that movie called? Oh my god, what was that movie with the girls doing witchcraft? Is it called Craft or some shit? I forgot. You guys might know from the early 2000s. You know what I'm talking about. It's like, I think it was like 3 or 4 girls who figure out that they're witches, or they figure out how to use magic or some shit. Craft? It was Craft? Okay. Because I think there's a scene. There's a scene in X-Men Evolutions with Rogue dancing, and it's a 1-to-1 to that of I think that same movie of them dancing.
Megan Black, and of all 14 characters on this list, she's the heaviest one to write up. A Mississippi runaway whose mutation absorbs life and memory through skin contact, which means physical intimacy, a kiss, a hug, any contact at all is literally dangerous to anyone who tries it with her. The show used her as the franchise's whole avatar for teen alienation and untouchability. That is heavy material for a kids WB Saturday morning cartoon, but what else is new for X-Men? And Rogue starts the series with the Brotherhood after Mystique manipulates her into joining, then
I don't remember if anyone actually dies in that show. Does anyone die in that show? I don't remember anything.
defects to the X-Men in season 1, episode 7, which is the first villain to fan favorite move you are going to hear about on this list. There are more. I am keeping count. Then we have Gaz, Invader Zim Nickelodeon 2001, voiced by Melissa Fawn. She is pathologically devoted to her game slave, contemptuous of her brother Dib's alien hunting nonsense, and across the entire series, it is implied that she might possibly be the single most dangerous human being in the entire show. And despite never actually trying, Jonan Vasquez wrote her as the actual quiet threat of the show. And the joke is, the show's about an alien attempting to invade Earth, and Gaz is somehow scarier than the alien. Same year, different network, Mandy from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy on Cartoon Network debuted as segments inside the Grim and Evil show back in 2001. Then it got its own standalone series in 2003, which ran all the way to 2000.
It was 2001 or 2002, I was right.
7, voiced by Gray Delisle, and if you've been following the channel, you know I did a whole cancellation video for this show a little while back, so I'm not gonna relitigate here. Go back and watch that video if you want to learn more about Billy and Mandy, but the woman blackmailed the Grim Reaper into eternal servitude in episode 1 and never broke character. The proto-goth deadpan misanthrope in a 6 to 8 year old's body, and yes, to answer what you're already asking yourself, I did just learn the word misanthrope specifically from researching this video. Thank you for being here. I'm probably gonna use it more than once. Then you have 2002, Shigo, Kim Possible, Disney Channel, voiced by Nicole Sullivan, the smartest person in any room.
Oh, that's why she sounds so goddamn familiar. I was like, all the years I've heard Nicole Sullivan, I'm like, where have I heard her before? Just never like seen her in a lot of stuff, but like now I know. I was like, it was Shigo. Oh my god.
Room she walks into, she's introduced as Dr. Draken's nameless henchwoman in the pilot, and fan response was so strong that Disney promoted her to reoccurring co-lead villain over the course of the series. She has plasma energy powers from a childhood rainbow comet strike, by the way. The lore on this woman is canonically goofy, and we love it. Villain promotion number 2. Then you have the same year, different network yet again, Ingrid Third from Fillmore, ABC Saturday morning cartoons, voiced by Tara Strong. And take note of that name, we are gonna come back to it. Ingrid has a photograph.
This show was like, this show was something else. I'm not gonna tell you. You know, baby, that chicken was dry. Like, bro, I don't know if that scene was actually racist or funny at the same time. You can never really tell, but it was serious when he said it. Yo. Yo. Oh my god, it's on, you can watch it on YouTube. I think you can type in, like, Fillmore, episode 1. I think they got most of the series on YouTube. If not, it's on, VR chat.
Graphic memory, and she's an ex-delinquent. Her actual backstory in the show is that the Nepal stink bomb pinata incident got her sent to reform school. That's a real sentence I just said. And the show itself was basically a kid show version of 70s cop dramas. Beverly Hills Cop, 21 Jump Street, in a Saturday morning cartoon slot. That is what they were doing in 2002. Then you have 2003, and this is the avalanche. Raven, Teen Titans, Cartoon Network, and Kids WB, voiced by, yet again, Tara Strong. Yes, the same Tara Strong who just voiced Ingrid. Hold that thought. Again, we are coming back to it. You have Raven, the daughter of the demon Trigun, who has to suppress her emotions via meditation because feelings equals losing control, which equals the literal apocalypse. Her season 4 arc is about defying a predestined evil bloodline. Real And here's the thing, Tara Strong's portrayal of Raven was so good, it shaped how the character was portrayed across DC media going forward. The cartoon influenced everything that came after it. George Perez, one of the comic's co-creator, has personally praised Strong's performance. That kind of cartoon influencing source material flow basically never happens. Then you have the same year, same show, same day, Jinx, Teen Titans episode Final Exam on July 19th of 2003, voiced by Lauren Tom, Hive Academy's top student. Bad luck and probability hex powers tied to a nihilist self-image. And here is the move nobody talks about. In season 5, Jinx is the only Hive student in the entire series who reforms. A clean heel face turn after Kid Flash convinces her she's actually a hero and not a villain. Villain promotion number 3. Then again, same year, same show, 1 week.
I like how Kid Flash was able to just rizz up a bitch and she became good. All she needed was some rizzing. I could never stand it too. It was always stupid. But I think that was on purpose for that very reason, to make her seem like a villain, because if she was too pretty, then that would be a problem. But like, Jesus Christ. Like, it just took a little bit of rizzing, and that was one whole episode for this bitch to switch. Not even kidding. It was crazy.
Later, Blackfire is introduced. Teen Titans episode Sisters on July 26, 2003. Voiced by Hynden Walsh, who also voices Starfire. Same actress, both sisters. Commander from the Wolf.
I was so... Okay, I remember seeing that episode. I was like, is it the same person?
Man and Perez comics. In the comics, she is the evil older sister, the Yzma to Starfire's Cusco. Glorious. Another villain side standout, not technically a fan promoted one, she was always meant to be canon, but absolutely beloved and absolutely deserves to be in this list. Then we go a little bit forward to 2004 and Sam Manson is introduced. Danny Phantom, Nickelodeon, voiced by Gray Delisle. A vegan, or technically an ultra
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I tolerated the shit out of Sam. I didn't hate her, or I didn't like her. She was just kind of there for the sake of the plot. I didn't see much of anything other than a potential love interest that was going to be ultimately the love interest. We all kind of saw it. But, like, the will they, don't they type shit, like, we all know it's gonna happen, but it's like...
Cyclo-vegetarian, which is what the show actually calls her, by the way. Environmentalist outsider from a rich family.
What does this sound like? Like, do you notice as the years kept going, what happened? This is where it started. This is where it started. What is it, 2004, he said?
Delisle of list. Then we go a little bit forward to
2004. It makes sense. It started from 2004. Where they was cool, they was doing their makeup, they was doing their music, all that stuff. They just hang up, blah, blah. And then as time went by, they became a environmentalist, a vegan, an activist, and then it eventually became what it is today. The girl that you knew had 2-color hair or crazy colored hair, you thought, oh, she down the clown, she done that fun, she can party type shit. Nah, she's an activist now. And now she up in your ass saying, are you for Palestine every 5 seconds?
And Sam Manson is introduced. Danny Phantom, Nickelodeon, voiced by...
And no, not all goths or emo or any subgenre of person is an activist, but they tend to be some form somewhere down the line. Most of them, not all, but it happens.
Gray Delisle, a vegan, or technically an ultra recyclo-vegetarian, which is what the show actually calls her, by the way.
What they was trying to do is trying to break the stigma because she was goth. I think that's what they was trying to do at first, because she was goth, so people had like this weird, well, parents specifically had this negative understanding that goths are like a bad influence on children, so they made this character goth, but she was a environmentalist, she was a vegan and everything under the sun, you know, not a person who likes to rage against. Yeah, I got you. I mean, emo goth and punk are alternatives for doesn't mean they are goth. No, that's why they're like they intertwine with each other, but they're different in their own way. It's like like it's like Pokemon. There's different types of Pokemon, but they're all Pokemon. Well, they're not all the same, but there's different types of them, different types and genres of Pokemon. There's water types, steel types, red fire types, water types. Sometimes there's a mix of them. There'll be like a steel fire type, like earth, I don't know, water type thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a mix of them. So like they tend to intertwine with each other one way or another, or they stay separate depending on their experiences and stuff. So what they was trying to do, I think, in 2004, because goths, they kind of found out that goths was really popular, but they didn't want the goth to be a person of influence, of negative influence. You're Eevee. Oh, how cute! Like you're not like they didn't want for this character to come off as negative influence or a person who's like into like witchcraft or Satanism or anything like that, or anything that is associated to a degree, right? So like what happened would be like they made Sam in this character who wears the goth aesthetic, but she's a very nice person. She's very kind. She loves Danny. She loves her friends. She's there for her friends. She also is a environmentalist. She's a vegan. She's this. She's that. She's some type of active. She's active in the community type shit. So the more they kept on giving her stuff, the more it was supposed to break the stigma of a character who's supposed to be seen as a negative influence on both Danny and Tucker. Right, so that I think that was the actual focus. But the irony in this is that as time went by, being an activist became a nuisance in the next 10 years from now. That's the irony in this. It is what it is. It is what. But then again, the irony in this again, before the internet became the internet, if a girl said she was an activist, a vegan, or anything like that, before clout, before TikTok, before even YouTube or so, because YouTube went off in 2005 or 2006, right? So like before this, because Daddy Fandom came out before YouTube, or at least around the time YouTube came out, because YouTube came in fruition in 2005. This came out in 2004, season 1. So like, if a girl said she was a activist, a vegan, an animal activist, anything under the sun, a community helper or assistant or something like that, or a person who likes to help in like missionary stuff, they genuinely like that stuff. They was not doing it because they only got paid, probably, but they did it because they did it for the love of the game, to make a change in their community, in their world, globally, or whatever case may be. That was the initial goal for those who, if you was goth or not, or any type of genre of person, if you was doing things like that before the internet, you genuinely wanted to do it, or you was inspired to do it. Very rare you was forced to do that unless your parents was doing that, and but like 9 times out of 10, you did that on your own fruition, because that's a lot of boring work. A lot of people don't want to do that shit anyway, right? But now, if someone tells you they're an activist, you gotta be a little skeptic on why they're activists and what makes them into an activist. And then you find out they have like a social media presence and all that stuff, and you start realizing, is it really for the activism, or is it because you're doing the activism? It helps you gain whatever you need in your social media career to get to where you really want to be. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Emo and goth and punk wasn't really a negative thing. No, it was not. It was not a negative thing. As a teen, like teenagers, knowing when I was growing up, when we was growing up, we saw it as like something cool or just a thing, right? But parents who didn't understand it would look at it always as a sense of a negative thing, because remember, we associate the color to black as in darkness 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So kids growing up with, parents from the 80s and or 70s, 80s would look at, or even early 90s, would see this as a form of negative connotation to a degree. So, well, I see Mr. Beast, yes, he does things for money, but he doesn't have to do those things. See, I'm not saying that he's not doing it for money, because he is, but like he doesn't have to, right? He really doesn't have to. Like there's some YouTubers who have a lot of money and don't do that shit at all, but they're well known and loved and liked. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to, but because he's known for doing that from his beginnings of being Mr. Beast, making videos and giving Twitch streamers. Well, this is how I got to know him. Giving Twitch streamers money, right? Because of like he'll send like $100, $200, $300, probably $1,000 to them. That made him rise up, you know, in that particular space. But he's not doing anything different that he did at the very beginning. I'm pretty sure he didn't think he was gonna be $1 million, a millionaire, a billionaire, doing what he is doing, giving people money and recording himself doing it, because he was one of the first who was doing that before it became a thing. Art, hey Art. Apparently there's what?
Environmentalist outsider from a rich family who openly rejects her own money. And get ready for this, Sam is the only character on this entire list who explicitly self-identifies as goth on screen. Direct setup and payoff from the show. Let's do this.
I want that back by Monday. Minus the goth sweat. We don't sweat, we simmer!
We don't sweat, we simmer. You do not get that line out of a 2020s cartoon writer's room. That line gets you fired in a 2020s cartoon writer's room.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's actually not wrong. He's not wrong. We can't have nice things. That would actually get you fired. We simmer. Okay. Needless to say, if you look up the photo, you'll get why. Okay, I'll check in a second.
Same year, same show. Ember McLean, Danny Phantom, reoccurring villain. Voiced by, yet again, Tara Strong, that's the speaking voice. Robin Kermsey did the singing. Credit where it's due. That is 3 of these characters now voiced by the same actress. Ingrid Third, Raven, Ember. I'm gonna stop interrupting myself, but please log this. Ember's backstory is laid out in the lyrics of her actual song, you will remember. An unpopular teenage girl who felt forgotten. She died shortly after, and the fire imagery is implied by her name and her aesthetic. Her whole "you'll only remember me through fame," the power is thematically airtight, and she was originally introduced as a one-off in Fanning the Flames in season 1. However, she was popular enough that she came back as a reoccurring villain. Villain promotion number 4, baby. Then we have the same year, different country actually, Nikki Wong, 16, Teletoon, Cartoon Network, Nicktoons.
I didn't really see her as goth. I saw her as like a punk chick type shit.
Figured out where Teletoon's from. I see you Canadians. She's voiced by Stacey DePass, and here is where I have to pull a hard left on you. Nikki is not goth. Nikki is the broader alt girl, cynical, anti-consumerist, stuck working her uniformed retail job at the conformity-themed chain store, the Khaki Barn. And the fact that she exists at all is the point, because the
holy shit, this Digimon. Holy shit, I'm looking at this Digimon that he sent me. Holy fuck. They just said fuck it.
goth girl archetype was so dominant in this era that you even had the less strictly goth alt girl variants getting their own arcs, which we still don't really see today. The canon had room for variation. That is how culturally
if they're bringing this up from Canada, definitely we're going to be seeing Total Drama Island in this.
Entrenched this archetype was in 2000s animation. Same creator as Total Drama Island, by the way.
There it is.
Tom McGillis
Gotcha.
And Jennifer Pertz. Same playbook 3 years before they made Gwen. And 2007 is the last one in this strict window we've been talking about. Gwen from Total Drama Island. Again, Teletoon in Canada, premiered July 8th, 2007, Cartoon Network in the US a year later in June 2008. She was voiced by Megan Fallenbach, art school loner, single mom household, the rare contestant on a reality show parody who just refused to backstab. And fun trivia, by the way, Gwen won the original Canadian cut of the season. The US version was re-edited, so Owen won instead. What the f?
Wait, why? I wasn't a fan of it either. I just knew it existed. I gotta go. Okay, later, bro.
Also, I guess that answers that. Teletoon is clearly a Canadian thing, I guess. Now we know. Then 2010 rolls around. Marceline the Vampire Queen, Adventure Time Cartoon Network, voiced by Olivia Olson. 1,000-year-old half-demon survivor of an apocalypse. Marceline the Vampire Queen, Adventure Time Cartoon Network, voiced by Olivia Olson.
She ain't bad looking.
1,000-year-old half-demon survivor of an apocalyptic war. Her songs in the actual show are actually diary entries. And these entries are about being abandoned by her dad, about watching the man who basically raised her, Simon Petrikov, lose himself to dementia. That is the kind of writing a kid's cartoon was doing right at the very end of this era, and here is the punchline. Olivia Olson also voiced Vanessa Doofenshmirtz, I really hope I said that right, on Phineas and Ferb, debuted on Disney Channel in 2008. Just about the one other goth-coded girl to show up in mainstream anime.
How is she considered goth-coded? She didn't give me no inkling of goth-coded. She was just some chick that happens to be related to that fucking praying mantis. The fuck? Did anyone get that feeling? PT, you tell me, did you get that feeling? I didn't get that feeling. I don't know why people are going around. She's least waited for Ferb. Oh.
Animation between Gwen's debut in July 2007 and Marceline's in April 2010.
Yeah,
Same actress, two networks, 3 years. Olivia Olson was personally carrying half of the dying archetype across 2 channels by herself. That's 14 characters, and I left at least 10 more on the cutting room floor. Kylie Griffin from Extreme Ghostbusters, The Tricks from Winx Club, Wuya from Shaolin Showdown.
She's considered goth? She was just a villain.
To keep going, I am not exaggerating. I can fill the rest of the video right here. And you notice
I think this word goth is being way too loose. Anyone attractive and wearing black is that's where this is happening. I think.
Me calling out Tara Strong 3 times in there. Ingrid III, Raven, Ember McLean, 3 characters, 3 shows, 3 networks. Same actress. One woman was supplying a huge chunk of the entire 2000s goth girl voice catalog by herself. Tara Strong gets credit in the comments. That's in order. And then starting in 2006, the show started going off the air seemingly all at the same time. By the time Marceline debuted in 2010, the rest of this canon was already gone. She was the last one in, and after her, essentially nothing for 15 years. So what happened between 2006 and 2010?
Activism.
Well, a few things happened at once. The first one, the networks changed hands. Nickelodeon's president, Herb Scannell, stepped down in 2006. Sima Zargami replaced him. Cartoon Network's Jim Samples, well, he resigned in February of 2007. And if you were online in early 2007, you probably remember the Aqua Teen Hunger Force-led ad campaign in Boston.
Oh yeah, the whole it was the ad campaign at the airport. It was supposed to be a promotional stunt, but it went so far, it went so left, it was not even funny. It was showing one of the characters giving them the middle finger. That was the joke. Does everyone remember this? They made our game somewhat. Wait, with who? Who specifically?
That everyone mistook for actual bombs.
Yeah.
Dozens of electronic devices placed all around the city to promote the Cartoon Network show Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but they were mistaken to be bombs.
That was Cartoon Network's fault. Samples took the fall. Stuart Snyder replaced him a few months later. Now, if that Cartoon Network leadership shift sounds familiar, it's because I covered it in the Billy and Mandy cancellation video. I'm not going to relitigate the Snyder era here. Watch that video if you want. The relevant things for this video is that the same window between 2006 to 2007 was simultaneously cleaning house at Nickelodeon, and the Goth Girl shows got caught in the crossfire on both networks at the same time. The cancellations cluster like nothing else in modern animation history. Invader Zim canceled January 2002. X-Men Evolution canceled October 2003. Fillmore canceled 2004. Teen Titans canceled 2006. Danny Phantom canceled August 2007. Kim Possible ended on September 2007. It's actually the one
Oh shit, this was canceled? I thought those ended. Oh my god.
show on this list that ended on its creator's terms after a fan-driven revival. Credit where credit's due. But then you have Billy and Mandy, which also was canceled November 2007. Two of the creators behind these shows have gone on record about what happened to them, both worth pulling. The first one is Butch Hartman, creator of Danny Phantom. And real quick, before we go further, we should acknowledge the elephant in the room. Yes, Butch Hartman
Yeah, Butch Hartman, he's not very liked. He's not very liked. I'm just gonna call it for what it is.
Has been the subject of some genuinely shady looking situations over the years. The O-Axis Kickstarter controversy, tracing allegations, it was just worth noting up front. We're not gonna relitigate any of it here. I'm not making a Butch Hartman rant video. I just wanted to address that I am aware of all the controversy that surrounds him. The thing is though, none of that changes the fact that the man made two of the most beloved cartoons of the entire 2000s decade. And Danny Phantom specifically got caught in the crossfire of a regime change at Nickelodeon that seemingly had nothing to do with the quality of the show. So here's Hartman's version of events. He's talked about the cancellation on his own YouTube channel, and Collider covered it in a retrospective. When Herb Skinnell stepped down at Nickelodeon, the new Saima Zargami regime came in, undid predecessor decisions, and decided to put their entire merchandising muscle behind Avatar: The Last Airbender instead. Now, Nickelodeon never issued a public reason for the Danny Phantom cancellation. Hartman says he got around 20,000 emails from fans. A small group protested outside of Nick's NYC.
Is that Sonic Heroes? Oh my god, dude was really just playing all the songs when I grew up. Oh my god.
The offices, and none of it mattered. The second quote is more direct. Robert Skur, the co-creator and story editor on X-Men Evolution, who was talking to Slash Film, this is direct verbatim, 2 sentences from him stitched together. Quote, "So many shows were changing back then because Nickelodeon was so strong and getting so much of an audience. If you look at the kind of shows they replaced X-Men with, you get a sense that it was time for the network to move on to a different kind of show." Now, move on to a different kind of show. That is an on-the-record line from a creator in this era explaining what the networks were doing. One sentence and what they moved on to. That's the next segment. So who replaced them? Now, here's the part most YouTube videos won't bother to connect for you. That's So Raven in 2003, Hannah Montana in 2006, iCarly in September of 2007, Wizards of Waverly Place, October 2007. Look at those debut dates next to the cancellation dates from the last segment. iCarly literally debuted the same month Kim Possible's finale aired. Wizards of Waverly Place debuted the month after Danny Phantom signed off. That's not a coincidence. The networks literally swapped out the roster of female leads in real time. Out went the goth girl, in came what I am going to call the Disney Channel marketable female lead. The aspirational, brightly lit, plot of her own, merch-friendly tween star. And look at the format shift here. iCarly, Wizards, Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, all 4 of those shows are live action. The networks weren't just swapping female lead to female lead, they were swapping animation to live action. Even Cartoon Network attempted to run the same play a couple years later with the Cartoon Network Reel Block in 2009. An entire reality and live action programming push that ran straight into a wall before they backed out of it. But the pattern here is the same. The animated leads got nudged out for cheaper, easier to merchandise live action humans. And look, this wasn't a creative call. This was a business call. The Hannah Montana franchise was reported to have crossed roughly $1 billion in retail merchandise by 2008. That's according to trade press at the time. That's the math from the network side. The new template was easier to sell t-shirts for. The Goth Girls gave you, what exactly? A Hex Girls poster, maybe? It's not like the networks were recreating the Hex Girls
for
clothes.
Me, it was not even... You probably got farther than I did. For me... The irony is, I could never pass the level with me and my cousin could not. We was kids. Me and my cousin could not pass the level, with Rouge, the robot, and Shadow on that space station thing. Oh my god, could not pass that for the life of us. That shit was difficult at the time.
And selling the line at Hot Topic, which honestly looking back is a huge missed opportunity, and Disney leaned all the way in. They built an entire shared universe, same girls crossing over with each other. That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana in 2006, which I didn't know existed before researching this. Wish Gone Amiss in 2007. Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana in 2009. 9.3 million viewers. The top show on TV that night. The new template was so successful, Disney cross-pollinated it with itself. The goth girl, by the math the networks were doing, had been replaced. And the crazy thing is when they do show up now, they're sanitized. But hold on, because if you've been paying attention, you're already saying, what about Wednesday Addams? What about Beetlejuice? What about Mavis from Hotel Transylvania? And I hear you, the archetype isn't fully extinct. It does come back, it just shows up with the substance scrubbed off it. And worth flagging up front, 2 of those 3 are live action. Wednesday and Beetlejuice are not animation. Mavis is the only animated example, and even her, she's Dracula's daughter. So the goth vibe is more of circumstance than a character choice. She's not really cut from the same cloth as a Sam Manson or a Hex Girls. Let's start with the biggest one. Wednesday, Netflix, November.
I think that's unfair a little bit, don't you think? Wait, you're yes and no. Well, I'm thinking.
November 2022, Jenna Ortega. The show broke Netflix records in its first week. 341 million hours viewed. #1 in 83 countries on launch. Season 2 in 2005, then broke the record for most countries reached by an English language series in a single week. 91 countries. So the audience demand was undeniable, and the show put Wednesday Addams in a love triangle. Tyler Galpin, Xavier Thorpe. Wednesday floats between both of them before shutting them both down. Wednesday Addams, the character, the Charles Addams Family cartoon, debuted in the New Yorker in 1938. Wednesday specifically showed up a few years after that, so depending on how you count, 80 plus years of this character being defined by not being interested in romance. And the show wrote her a love triangle. And look, I love Wednesday. I actually really like it. It's a fantastic show. I cannot wait for season 3, but I'd be lying to you if I pretended things haven't changed a bit with that character. And here's where I want to play you a quote, because this is the actress talking. Jenna Ortega on Canadian E-Talk, and then again on Jimmy Fallon, said this, quote, "I don't think Wednesday would ever be in a love triangle. And I talked to the writers about this, and they said, don't worry. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be that." The actress told the writers the character wouldn't be in a love triangle. The writers told her, don't worry, it's not going to be that. They put one in anyway. And then the actress had to go out and basically apologize for the romance arc in interviews after the fact. For season 2, the showrunners Alfred Goff and Miles Miller walked the romance back publicly, told The Hollywood Reporter and Collider that season 2 would lean harder into horror. They knew they got it wrong the first time, and Wednesday is the good example. This is the one where the audience yelled loud enough that the show course corrected. Now let's look at the actual bad ones. The animated Addams Family movie in 2019. Rotten Tomato critics' consensus on the film is this: the Addams Family starry voice cast and eye-catching animations aren't enough to outweigh its saccharine handling of the delightfully dark source material. That's not me editorializing, that is the literal critics' consensus on Rotten Tomatoes, the institution that aggregates critic reception across the industry. They had to coin a word for what this movie did to the source material, and the word they coined was saccharine. I don't even know what saccharine means. Then you have Beetlejuice, September of 2024, Tim Burton's own sequel to his own movie. Winona Ryder came back reprising her role as Lydia Dietz 36 years later. And she came back as a character who has sold out. She's a medium now with a ghost hunting TV show. The Lydia Dietz, who in the 1988 movie had to be coerced into a forced wedding she didn't want. In 2024, sells her gift on cable TV in a paranormal talk show called Ghost House with Lydia Dietz. They turned her into a Long Island medium parody. Then you have Mavis Dracula from Hotel Transylvania, 2012 through 2022. Started out as a rebellious teen vampire who wanted to escape her father's hotel. By movie 2, married. By movie 3, parenting. By movie 4, she's the woman caught between 2 men she loves, her dad and her husband. They aged the character down from rebellious goth teen to wholesome family values mom over the course of 4 movies. And then Sony just stopped making them. That's the pattern. When the goth girl shows up in current media, she gets a romance plot, or a she chooses color arc, or a sellout job, or a mommy storyline. The substance gets scrubbed. The aesthetic gets kept because the aesthetic is marketable. The substance asks you to think about something. Hollywood pulled the goth girl. The audience did not. And let me prove that to you in 5 data points. 1. Pinterest. The literal Pinterest, the platform that knows what every teenager and 20-something on Earth is currently planning to buy. Their own Pinterest predicts 2024 trend report. They named, quote, Western Gothic, end quote, one of the headline trends for the year. And quote, dark siren makeup searches were up. I'm not making that number up. 695% year over year. And on TikTok, the hashtag goth has cleared billions, with a B, billions of views. That's the platform doing the reporting, not me. Then you have Hot Topic, the cultural store every goth-coded teenager in 2002 was begging their parents to take them to, while being relentlessly mocked by all of their peers for it, by the way, because at that point in time, Hot Topic was not yet a cool and trendy place to shop. It was the embarrassing weirdo store at the mall, and goddamn did they overcome that. Still operating in 2026, which is crazy in and of itself. Online sales alone clearing $650 million in 2025. Over 800 retail locations across the country, not closing, not dying, thriving on selling the aesthetic to the same kids who grew up on Sam Manson and a lot of Funko Pop and Glitch Productions merchandise these days. But hey, they still sell band shirts, I guess. Then you have Wave Gothic Treffen, the longest running goth festival in the world, Leipzig, Germany, going since 1992, still drawing around 20,000 attendees a year in 2024 and 2025. Not declining, not dying. Then you have Wednesday Addams. When the Netflix show landed, the Wednesday costume was reported as one of the top trending costumes at Spirit Halloween nationally for the 2023 Halloween season. Wednesday costumes flooded the Amazon bestsellers list, and the whole of Halloween 2023 hit a record $12.2 billion in retail spending nationwide, up by almost $2 billion over 2022. The Wednesday Addams costume was a measurable driver of that growth. And 5, you have Billa Hadid, one of the most photographed models of the 2020s. And in 2024, she set the entire fashion calendar with 2 dark-coded aesthetics back to back.
Aren't you Justin Bieber's woman? Aren't you Justin Bieber's woman? I believe you're Justin Bieber's woman or wife. I think you're married to him. Aren't you guys getting a divorce? I just remembered.
Office Siren in the spring, Bayonetta glasses in the fall. Vogue Italia cover April 2024. Look, the supermodels are the ones Hollywood's marketing departments build campaigns around. When they go dark, the industry is being told dark is selling. And I'll briefly acknowledge the obvious one we're not going to name on the channel. A real chunk of the entire fan funding economy in the 2020s has been built on the alt-coded aesthetic. The numbers are out there if you want to find them. The trend is real. Moving on, we don't want this video to get destroyed by the YouTube gods. So the data is loud and consistent. The audience for this archetype didn't shrink. It got bigger and richer and spent more money on it. And meanwhile, the industry that built this archetype in the first place refuses to make new characters like this. Make it make sense, Hollywood. And the crazy thing is, it's not even just Hollywood. What indie animation studio has goth girls? Because if they exist, I would like to know about it. Drop them in the comments, genuinely. I make videos.
I like how he didn't mention that that one Nickelodeon character who was a goth chick. Like, didn't he ignored a few of them, I think. Yeah, doesn't he remember the Puffy Yumi show? That's one. The other one, the chick from Life of Times of June Lee, the goth punk chick. The chick who was fucking Steve in American Dad. I guess you can call it, I'm not calling her goth, but they consider her goth, but Lust from Full Metal, which I would not consider her goth, if anything. I don't really see her as such, but hey, this depends to its own, I guess. But Ain't that one little girl from Loud House? Yeah, ain't that the Loud House little girl? The sister? Ain't she like a goth or something? If I remember right.
Videos about indie animation on this channel. Even I can't think of a current example. 20 years of data. The audience is right there. Hot Topic, right there. Pinterest, right there. Wednesday's viewership numbers are right there. And we have got Marceline, who's from a show that already ended. So does she even count anymore? We got TV host Lydia, and we got a love triangle for Wednesday Addams. Make it make sense. Now, here.
Josh, you goth. Oh, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
Here's what I keep coming back to.
Yeah, but he's going only with cartoons specifically.
Characters mattered to so many of us growing up because they were allowed to be specific. Sam Manson wasn't a girl who wore black. She was a vegan environmentalist outsider from a rich family who openly rejected her own money. Raven wasn't a girl who wore a cloak. She was a half-demon suppressing apocalyptic emotion to keep the world from ending. Marceline wasn't a vampire with cool hair. She was a 1,000-year-old survivor of an apocalyptic war who watches her surrogate father lose himself to dementia. They had brains, opinions, edges, the kind of stuff that actually resonated with people. The new ones are wearing the look without the substance, and the audience that grew up on Sam Manson and Raven and Shigo and Marceline, they didn't disappear. We got older. We got Patreon and TikTok and Pinterest and a much bigger megaphone than we had in 2003. And the industry that pulled the archetype is the one that's missing out because the demand was always there and it still is. I make these videos because I love this stuff, and it makes me genuinely sad that we spent 8 years building one of the most beloved character archetypes of an entire generation of TV, and then for 15 years after that, the industry just gave up and just stopped trying. Matthew Allen Schmidt at Pelleplat asked the question last year, is this archetype still as prevalent as it was? Or did the new one take over? Neither. Hollywood dropped the archetype on the floor, swept it in the garbage, set it on fire, and then got rid of it. And the audience picked it up and ran with it without them. So, like the video, hit subscribe if you want to see more rants like this, and let me know in the comments your favorite character that fits the vibe I talked about today. And if you know of any shows, animated or otherwise, bringing this archetype back in the year 2026 and beyond, please be vocal about it down there. The algorithm reads everything. Make some noise. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Alright guys, so that was that. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, I may not even edit this video. I may not even post this video up because it's so damn long. I don't know. We'll see. Unlike the other ones. Alright, have a good night guys. I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it and all the great stuff. Keep doing what you guys doing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna finish off the Digital Circus piece. We'll finally finish that off and just do the shading and stuff and separation of certain things, and that's it. And then we're done. And then from that point on, we'll finish the VTuber. And then after done with the VTuber, I think from that point on, I'm going to I don't know, do something brand new. I don't know. All right, I'm out, guys. Have a great night.